wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hey guys, Gabe Tabe here. It is Tuesday, September 30th. Guys, September's already over. We're about to get to spooky season. Welcome to Double Impact. Jericho Green will be here shortly. I hung up pumpkin lights on my garage today. I ordered them off Amazon. It said it was 40 feet. It was not. It's like 17 feet of pumpkin lights. Now, I did pay $9, so I think I still overpaid. Guys, the movie tonight is a humdinger. It is the best, worst movie I've ever seen. I love this movie. This movie's impossible. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, but it brings me so much joy how stupid and inane this movie is. Nothing makes sense. Everything is dumb. And it's a great movie. I recommend everyone watch it with a friend. Watch it with friends that you can turn to and go, oh my God, did you see that? Warning, there's topless female nudity twice in the movie, just so you know, so it's not for youngsters. It is that 80s action movie, so they got to pull the boobs out. I know. Not necessary, but that's what they did in the 80s. That and always having the two undercover cops would have a meeting in a strip club. They would always do that in the 80s too. I don't know. Anyway, Revenge of the Ninja is the most insane, stupidest thing I've seen in ages. But I did want to say I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this today. Renato Casaro passed away today. Rest in peace. I didn't know his name, but we all know his work. How do we all know his work? Well, I'll show you how we all know his work, because he was the illustrator of many of our past movie loves. He did a lot of gorgeous, hold on, let me remove this. A lot of gorgeous poster work. Let me add this. Now I got to bring myself back. Hold on. So, Gabe, what are you doing, man? So if you've seen this poster, right, that is Renato Casaro. If you've seen, let me look up some other stuff I had of his. Renato Casaro. Yeah, there were people were talking about his work. I'll just do an image search for it. But many of the movies that filled our lives, Renato Casaro did the posters for them. Oh, here we go. Here's an image search right here. So Rambo, right? The famous Rambo one where he has the rocket on the front of the machine gun. This one I love. That weapon doesn't exist. There is an RPG, a rocket-propelled grenade, on the front of what looks to be an M60 or an M249. I can't tell what light machine gun that's supposed to be. Think about what you think about is asking. I don't have all my business meetings at the strip club. I don't. Mrs. Gabe doesn't like that kind of thing. Turns out, who knew? She doesn't like that kind of thing. So let's see. Oh, Can we so order Empyrean now that crowdfunding is over? Can you? No, you must. 120 pages of sci-fi action, a fresh take on everything you loved. Guys, this is entertainment at its finest. These are shipping right now. Took a big batch to the post office today. We'll be done shipping in a week or two, something like that. We got a lot of books to pack and ship and get out, but it's in stock. We have extra copies. So if you order it now, you will get it in a few days, maybe a week or two, if you're at the end of the line of what I'm shipping out. We ship them in clumps of like orders. So everybody who ordered this cover, we're going to ship out all zillion of those. Everybody who ordered these two covers, or the t-shirt or the poster, all the different permutations of how you could order it, we ship them out in clumps like that. So yes, please get it. It's excellent. It's one of the best things I've ever written. Beautifully illustrated and drawn. Guys, this is the length of a 2-hour action sci-fi movie. It's 120 pages, full color, the highest quality. I only hire guys who worked at the highest levels at Disney and Warner Brothers, and of course myself working there too. So we've got you covered on that entertainment you love. It's a fresh take on the old sci-fi that you love. Yes, you can still get it. Thank you for asking that. That was my audience plant. I sent you $5 to ask that question. Just kidding. Not true. Can't wait to read this stuff to my 18-month-old son. Yeah, Jericho tells me that he reads my comics to Jericho Jr., and they have a great time doing that. But Renato Casaro has passed. Rest in peace. Some of the most legendary, I mean, come on, Flash Gordon, you know? Let's see. Let's scroll through this Guardian article here. Can we move this thing out of the way? Okay. Look at these paintings. How gorgeous, right? Conan the Barbarian, Octopussy. What kind of name is that for a movie, guys? The 1983 James Bond movie, Once Upon a Time in America. Dune. First Blood Part 2. Dances with Wolves. I mean, it goes on and on. The Never-Ending Story. The guy did so much gore. Of course, Arnold, our favorite guy on this channel. He did some stuff with Arnold. Renato Casaro, a true visionary. What a gem. Rest in peace, dude. You made some of the posters of our lives, of the greatest movies we've loved in the 80s and before that, too, and into the 90s. So thank you, Renato, for your service to the arts. Truly, truly amazing to take in your work. So sad day for his family. One of the greats, one of the great poster artists. That's the girl you were drawing live that looks like my daughter. Oh, sure. That is Elvira. She is the lead female character in Empyrean Earth Luminary. She's the plucky, spunky, brilliant archaeologist and government official who has stumbled upon to maybe there's some conspiracies that the dictator, God King himself, or he thinks he's a god, Casimir the Destroyer, has been hiding the truth, the people of Solus, about a hidden paradise where they could go live there instead of living on his hellhole. But he's got everyone fooled that his way is the only way. Can Elvira and her husband Oliver, can they show the truth to the people without getting themselves killed? We'll see. You got to get the book to find out. Octopussy is a real movie. Who was in that one? That's a Roger Moore James Bond movie, and I don't like it. I checked out the Roger Moore movies finally like 6 months ago. That first one, whatever it was, Live and Let Die or whatever his first one was, and it was good. And then we did The Man with the Golden Gun. Remember Jericho and I reviewed that here, and it was horrible. Then I watched the third Roger Moore movie, and I don't even remember the name of it, and it was worse than the second one, I think. So I'm not interested. I will see them eventually because I am curious, and I do like James Bond as a concept. But I realize that James Bond movies have this problem where all the characters are like cardboard cutouts. They're 2D people. They're like, I'm this guy, and I'm a spy, and I'm honest. Well, I'm this guy, and I'm a traitor to my country, and I'm this other spy. And they're all like, but that's just like kind of it. There's not much there with the characters in the James Bond movies. I wonder, I've never read the novels. Maybe the novels, the characters are much richer characters, but in the movies, even the Sean Connery movies, which I like, everyone is pretty flat, like character-wise, like who they are. So I don't know. Heather says she's getting Empyrean for her daughter. Well, thank you very much. Remdog, 1138. Hate to be snobbish. I think you love being snobbish. But my favorite Flash Gordon poster was Alex Ross with DVD. Yeah, Alex Ross, one of the masters, one of the great ones. Which one did he shoot him with that gun that turned him into a balloon and he floated? I don't even remember what James Bond that was. I've seen that, but I have no idea. Heather said the music was good. LOL. Are you talking about the music in Flash? Flash. That was by Queen, by the way. So yeah, if you're talking about Flash, yeah, I saw Flash when I was little. I was living in Hawaii at the time because I remember seeing it with my cousins. They lived in Honolulu, and I lived there temporarily when I was in kindergarten. And I remember seeing, I think that's when I saw it. Let me look up when Flash came out. Let's see, Flash Gordon. 1980. So, okay, so I was in Hawaii in 83. This movie came out 3 years before that. So I must have just seen it on TV at my cousin's house. It wasn't in theaters when I was living there. But yeah, Flash Gordon. From what I remember of it, it was pretty fantastical. Oh, Heather says James Bond. Oh, James Bond. Yeah. But Heather, don't you think the James Bond characters are pretty two-dimensional? I'm a womanizer and a spy. And like, what else do we know about James Bond? I don't seem to have picked up anything from the Sean Connery movies or the few Roger Moore I've seen and the Pierce Brosnan movies. I don't know anything about him as a person. He's like, I don't know. Does he have a family? Did he have a wife? Oh, Jericho just showed up. Jericho, do you know anything about James Bond as a character? How you doing, bud?
I'm good. No, I just know him as the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
He's just a womanizing British spy, but that's all we know.
Yeah,
right?
But he womanizes for the advancement of the mission.
Is that what he tells people?
That's what I picked up. It's and the line that all the ladies say, "Oh, James."
Oh, ugh. James.
Dude, one of the coolest characters ever.
Well, I was talking about the passing of Renato. What was his name again? I sent you a Twitter thing on it. He was a poster artist for so many great movies: Conan the Barbarian, Octopussy, The Neverending Story, stuff with Arnold Schwarzenegger, all kinds of stuff. You've seen his work. Like, I didn't know his name either. I'm not going to pretend I knew his name either. But like this right here, Jericho, he passed away today. And he did that and many, 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 many other amazing movie posters. And it got me thinking about James Bond because I saw the Octopussy. That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
the Octopussy poster from 1983. And I was telling the audience how I do not like the Roger Moore James Bond movies. Live and Let Die was good. The Man with the Golden Gun was crapola. And then the third one I watched, I can't even remember the name, was terrible. Like, they got worse as I watched them. Do you remember the Man in the Golden Gun? He was fighting that midget tattoo on the boat.
Yeah. Dude, that was the 70s, though. I mean, the 70s were tough for a lot of things. And the James Bond franchise was one of them. I'll never stand up in court and protest my support for, no, Roger Moore was a good James Bond. No, if anybody says he wasn't or he wasn't their favorite, you'll never get an argument from me. Now, Sean Connery, we might have to take it out back and, put him up.
I don't have any problem with Roger Moore. I think he's a good actor. He's handsome. He does it. But the movies are stupid. Yeah. He's good. He makes chicken salad out of chicken shit with what they give him there. Those movies are dumb. Oh, Thunderball was the one I watched. Oh, my
Thunderball. Yeah, that's Sean Connery. That's when he has the chick. Is it the chick who's on the motorcycle? Somebody's chasing him on a motorcycle. That shit was cool.
The one? Oh, yeah, okay. Roger Moore. The Spy Who Loved Me. That was the one I watched. That was so terrible.
Yeah, Moonraker. I didn't like that either.
The next one in order. If I go in order, Live and Let Die, A View to Kill, The Spy Who Loved Me, and so now I got to watch Octopussy.
Well, A View to a Kill. It's been years since I've seen that, but I remember that's the one with Grace Jones, Christopher Walken. But it is a Roger Moore, James Bond. Again, not my favorite.
Yeah, James Bond. You're a spy for the British government.
Yeah, I think. Again, he was a victim of the 70s. Fashion was bad.
Right.
The plots are bad. The cars were ugly. I mean. Yeah. And that's unfortunate, but I think View to a Kill, that's the early 80s. And that I remember I liked it as a kid, I think because of the whole air balloon thing. There was like a blimp or some shit in it.
What was the 90s with something on a top and the penis-shaped satellite? Was that?
That was GoldenEye.
That was Girl.
How could such a bad movie spawn one of the greatest video games?
One of the greatest video games of all time, GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64.
All time. And I will fight tooth and nail in support of GoldenEye also having the coolest video game music when you hit pause.
Ooh, right.
Come on, dude.
But it's like it's too funky. They put too much
Ah.
stank on it.
Like if you went down the road and blasting the James Bond or GoldenEye sound in your car, that shit would sound cool as hell, man. And everybody above a certain age would know exactly where that's from, and they would turn their heads and yell in support.
We're gonna show everyone what we're talking about, because it's always better to show, don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna share the pause music from the 1997, 96 video game,
maybe even 95.
Okay, we got it up there. Okay, tell me if you can hear it.
Oh, look at that! Come on,
that's ice cold.
You're bumping that in your car right now.
Ooh,
dude!
Come on.
Who produced this? Who produced this?
I don't know. Is this like Pharrell or something? Like,
dude, I'd fucking retire after this. Like, oh yeah, what have you done? Play my shit. And that's it. It was shut down any argument. That's the coolest video game music ever. That those visuals, him looking at his watch with his Walther PPK, that's high school. That takes me back to high school. Going over my buddy's house, a bunch of us to get our turn. GoldenEye.
Oh, do you remember the days of playing the first-person shooter video games, but you weren't doing it on the internet? You would connect a few Xboxes or a few computers in your buddy's house, and you would all play in the same, like, I remember my brother's friends, the Basney brothers, they had a little bit of money, so they had like 4 or 5 computers at their house, and we would play Shadow Warrior. It was a first-person shooter, but it was like a comedy ninja martial arts thing, and he would talk with like a fake Japanese accent. The character, it was this horrible game, Shadow Warrior. But Abe and John, my brother and John, will play in one room, and me and Patrick, the other brother, we play in another room, and you're like screaming up and down, I'm gonna get you, like from up and down the stairs. And those days of playing local network video games, oh, that was so much fun. Or in college, we would take a few Xboxes and you'd daisy chain them together, get a few TVs, and everyone's in the living room, like 8 dudes playing Halo, you know, free-for-alls, killing each other. It was so much fun.
Well, for those of us who weren't that tech savvy, GoldenEye, if you had enough controllers, 4 of you could play right there. The screen would split into 4. And this, kids, here is something that is so unfortunate. We can throw this on we could throw this on the junk pile of things that kids nowadays will never feel, and it's really too bad, is anticipation. Being at school all day and looking forward to getting to your friend's house and running in, dropping your backpack, running and getting on that. The anticipation is gone because everything is right here. You have a phone, or your parents have to get on your parents' phone or whatever. Everything is right now. There is no waiting to get home and play that shit. Well, I take that back. My son, he's allowed to play his PS4 on the weekends, but that's it. So he still knows the anticipation of coming home on Friday and being able to play his video game for a couple hours. But, you know, by and large, kids don't know that, especially if they have a phone, you know, or an iPad. But man, being at school all day, like on a Friday when I was allowed to go to a friend's house or something, man, that was the best. And it never disappointed.
That's so much of life, is the anticipation of things. It's always so much more intense than the actual experience. You know, you're standing in line at Disneyland to ride a roller coaster, and it's not fun to stand in line, but the feeling you have, you're thinking about the ride, how much time is left, I'm gonna go get a corn dog after this, blah, 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 blah. And then when you're on there, like, okay, this is the ride, and then it's over right away. But it's that anticipation, that build up the night before the big thing or the big date or the dinner or the whatever. And being at school all day and like thinking about going home and playing games with your buddies and all that stuff. Yeah. And nowadays, that phone, it just gives you whatever you want, whenever you want. It gives you too much.
And that's not good. It sounds good on paper, but it's not good. And your parents tell you, yeah, we'll go to the video store on Friday. What? Ooh. Let's go. You're looking at the clock at school. Hurry the fuck up, because we get to go to, you know, either Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, whatever local chain. You had ours was Sunrise or ComSource Video, but you walk in anticipating, and the first thing you do is look at that new release shelf to see if they have 20 copies of whatever just came out. And if there is, you run straight up. You hold to that thing when you hand it to the guy at the counter, it's warm from your body heat, because you've been holding on to it since you walked in there.
You're holding on to that like Sinbad holding on to Table Man. Okay.
Turbo. I don't know how they got a Y in there, but it's Turbo.
Table Man, right?
Kirby. But man, that anticipation. What if you could sell that feeling? What if you had a total recall kind of setup where you could sell that feeling of anticipation? You could sell the feeling of the night before the first day of school, or Christmas Eve night trying to fall asleep, or that tingle in your loins when it's been a few days from the old lady. You know what I mean? What if you
go
could
off like
sell...
one of those bad Sig Sauers?
wait, no. Oh boy. Yeah, that would be something. And I'm sure someday they're going to, just like we get, like you said, everything right now on our phones. I'm sure one day they'll have everything we want, like in our brain.
Well, that's even worse, dude. But not only do we get everything we want on the phone, we get every permutation of it possible. Any combination, you know what I mean? You get too much, you have access to too much, and it takes away. You can't have a mountain without a valley. And we're all mountains. We're all dopamine all day long as a culture, and it's so unhealthy for people. It's so bad. You got to have longing. You got to have disappointment. You got to want things. And if you could just constantly get your dopamine fixed 24 hours a day by just giving yourself whatever you want at all times.
Yeah, and now AI entered the building. And
right.
AI is like, AI is like a Samoan family that walks into a all-you-can-eat buffet, and the staff looks at them like, oh, shit. AI is now like, oh, you want something visually perfect? No problem.
Right. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And we're headed there, I think. The Matrix. They plug the thing into the back of your head, Elon Musk's Neuralink, right? And then you AI prompt whatever reality you want to live in. Why would losers live in the real world when they could make their fantasy world just perfect at all times? And imagine if that Neuralink can send electronic signals to your brain of taste, touch, smell. It's like now the Matrix. You're living in this false world where there's no consequences. You can't go broke. You can't die. And you could just do whatever and just constant pleasure. It reminds me of those tests where they like give animals drugs or food. And then the animals get addicted to cocaine and then they starve to death and die because they can have unlimited drugs. So they just keep doing that. And it's like, as humans, if we just can give ourselves pleasure all the time, again, you got to have a valley in order to have a mountain, so.
Imagine people being in those chairs, those Matrix chairs for years, like being there for your whole life. You live and die in that chair.
In that Matrix pod. Yeah.
Yeah. And occasionally they'll take the port out so they can clean it or whatever. And, you're in some kind
How'd you like to be the guy that did that for a living? Pulling the port out and cleaning it.
Cleaning all that Matrix goo off of the probe. And they do something gross. They stick their dick. You either hear about people getting pregnant, women getting pregnant while they're in those things, or that they've been plugged in for 20 years. Like, it'd be some sick shit like that, of course. But I think it's possible. I mean, if we've seen it in a movie, if we've seen the Matrix, how far do you think we are away from those kind of neurological images where everything feels real? We've all had super real dreams, that you wake up angry or wake up happy or wake up mad that it ended because it was so happy. It was so awesome. Like you were rich. Right. Remember as a kid dreaming that you were rich in your dreams?
Would you rather have pissed? A horrible dream that is like, maybe not a scary nightmare, but a horrible dream, something bad happens. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, good. It wasn't true. Or the most amazing dream, fill in the blank, whatever you like, and then you wake up and it's not true. I had a dream once. Dreams make no sense. Me and podcast host and famous comedian Adam Carolla decided to rob a bank, and he talked me into it. And I'm like, dude, I don't commit crimes. I'm a straight arrow. I don't do. And we robbed a fucking bank. We robbed a bank and we got away with it. And we took all the money back to his house. And we had duffel bags of money, me and the Ace Man. And I started freaking out like, oh my God, there are cameras everywhere. There's trackers. And my cell phone was in my pocket. They're going to track the GPS. They're going to know we were at the bank. And I'm like talking to him like, dude, they're going to know. They're going to catch us. And in my dream, I felt so doomed. I'm thinking of 20 years in jail. Why did I do that? Why did I let this guy to convince me to rob a bank? I'm like, I never do shit like this. And then I woke up like, oh my God, thank you.
You would have got way more than 20 years. That's for damn sure.
But yeah, we like straight up robbed the bank, like with guns and
Yeah.
duffel bags and president masks. And so would you rather have the horrible dream, wake up is not true, or the Cindy Crawford and you on a beach somewhere drinking out of pineapples and you wake up and that shit's not true?
Oh man, but I could go back to it. Yeah, we're going with the good.
Yeah,
dream.
you can't go back.
Oh
to
yeah.
You ever tried redreaming?
No, but I mean, maybe the next night I can have, these awesome dreams, or even if it's just a one-time experience. No, I'm taking the awesome fucking, wherever tropical or whoever you're with, like, some Richie Rich shit. Yeah, I'll take that. Those dreams are the best as a kid. Being rich, having all this money, and you wake up and you're fucking not.
When we were kids, like Nickelodeon or whatever kids cartoon channel, they would have a contest every occasionally, like, like the send in your name and address, blah, blah, blah. And you could win a, 93-second shopping spree in Toys R Us, and you just be fantasizing about it with your buddies. I'd run down the G.I. Joe aisle, just stick my arm out and knock everything into the cart. I'd grab all the Legos and I'd use my jacket to grab the Lego. Like, I remember just diagramming to my friend how I would leave Toys R Us with half of their inventory.
Yeah. On your 12-year-old back. Just lug it out of there. But not knowing, as a kid, you're not knowing the millions of kids who are going to send in that shit.
Right.
The chances of it happening are less than zero. But man, once your imagination gets a hold of it, it's the greatest thing in the world. I've told this story before where I found it was a page in a magazine, and it was this pellet gun, but it looked like a 9mm Beretta, the same one that Riggs had in Lethal Weapon. And I would sit there and I had it, I don't remember where I kept it, like in my dresser drawer or something. And I would take it out occasionally and I would just stare at it and then just, imagine shooting it, all these different scenarios or whatever, and how cool it would look. And that shit was so awesome to just let your imagination run wild. Or how cool was it to watch an episode of Double Dare where these kids are getting slimed or they're crawling through 10 gallons of guacamole or some shit. Or like you run through the chocolate sauce. It was just, it looks so cool. And I'm sure in reality on the show, it probably wasn't that fun. There was a lot of, and cut. All right, guys, over here, blah, 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 shit like that.
I've done a little bit of news TV, but I was on, Cake Wars.
Yeah.
I was on an episode of Cake Wars once because I got an email from DC Comics that said they were doing a DC Comic themed Cake Wars episode up in Burbank at the DC Comics studio. So any freelancers that lived in the area, Southern California, Vegas, Northern California, drive on in and you'll be the audience in the background, just like the people walking around the studio. So I go in, they have this Gotham City cake and this other cake and blah, 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 and they pick a winner and then they have us eat it, right? That's the story for the show. Hold on, let me see. DC Comics Cake War. I've never watched the episodes. I don't know if I ended up on camera. But I'll tell you how TV is just not what you think. Yeah, this is the cake right here. Okay, hold on. Let me throw it up on the screen. TV is just like
amazing.
Here's the thing, though, and I think this is really funny, actually. So here's the DC Comics Gotham City cake, right? It's got like Poison Ivy and Batman and different characters on it. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Let me open image in a new tab. This is so small, but it's like a Gotham building and Batman. We don't eat that cake. They show that cake, they bring it out, the women go to cut it for the TV cameras. Cut. Then they push out a cart with already pre-sliced cake that's the same flavor and icing color, and they give everybody a plate of that. They do not cut that cake up and serve it to you on Cake Wars. They serve you what I call a stunt cake.
The cake double.
Right.
The cake body double.
Right.
It's not really the actress's tits.
Yeah, because I was ready to eat it's like when Shanth ruined Showdown in Little Tokyo for me, telling me that wasn't Tia Carrera.
Oh yeah, man.
Why did you feel obligated to tell me that?
That's fucked up.
15-year-old me loved thinking about that, and now you ruined it for me.
Dude, that movie was amazing as a kid.
Right.
That time I heard you coming.
Speaking of Toys R Us, I heard they're making a comeback. Now, None the Miser, he helped me through my Adam Carolla nightmare. He does point out, this is true. Adam Carolla is a car aficionado. He owns like 10 or 20 amazing, some historic race cars. He's a race car driver himself, Adam Carolla. He does like Pro-Am races and all that. And he says Adam's getaway car used to belong to Paul Newman. That is an actual fact. He has one of Newman's Datsuns that Newman raced back in the 60s or the 70s. So maybe we would have gotten away, and I was scared for nothing.
Yeah, I met him one time. It was during the concourse in Monterey, where they have all
Right.
those super high end cars,
Right. Yeah.
of all from vintage, cars selling for literally tens of millions of
Yeah.
dollars. There was a Ferrari that went for like 40 some million one year, then 70 some million a couple years after that next year. But it's nothing. The whole week you're just seeing Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Maseratis, Bugattis, Bentleys, Rolls Royce Phantoms, all kinds of different Porsches, like super high end, hundreds of thousands to, we saw a Ferrari Enzo, those are a million. And they have them lined up on the street and stuff because Monterey is like, so they have them lined up on the street. You can walk up, take pictures and stuff. And one guy is super cool. My son stood in front of the car, this orange Lamborghini, to take a picture, and he was like, I don't know, 5, and he steps back and like leans on it. I was like, no, don't lean on it. And the guy was like, he's like, hey, can you get inside? I was like, hell yeah. So he got to like sit in there and play with the steering wheel and shit. And this fucking, like $300,000-$400,000 Lamborghini. I was like, that's enough. I don't need you snapping something off or pushing something. Then I got to, sell one of my kidneys. I got to wake up in a bathtub of ice somewhere to pay for it. But it was super cool, man. Those cars are awesome. But that's how I ran into Adam Kroll, and he was a really nice dude. He seemed to be, exactly what you've seen of him, on TV for years and years. Just pretty cool.
I met him once at a stand-up show and talked to him a little bit. He was a nice guy. And I was just on his colleague show, Dr. Drew, last week or the week before. I was did about an hour or half an hour with Dr. Drew. That was fun. He interviewed me about pop culture stuff. So
he seems like a cool dude too.
Yeah, he was very cool. And he sent me a thank you card after. I got that in the mail. It was pretty nice. Think about what you think about. It says, my uncle in Escondido has a Lambo. The thing about living in San Diego, it doesn't suck, but the thing about living in San Diego and exotic cars is they're not fun to see. When I lived in Colorado, you're like, oh my God, a Lamborghini every third year when you would see one.
Yeah.
I don't want to dox where I live. Within very close to my house, there's a Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bentley, like they're everywhere here. You could see Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, Bugattis every day. Every day in San Diego. Here where I live, you see those cars every day. Because La Jolla, which may or may not be somewhere I live near, it is the richest zip code in America often. That fluctuates what the richest part of America is, but it's usually somewhere in the Bay Area, or it's like La Jolla. La Jolla is part of San Diego. And that is like, there's multiple, but there's a few like Bentley and Lamborghini and Ferrari dealerships all over San Diego. There's a bunch of them here. So it's kind of not fun to see them anymore because when you live here, you just see them all the time. So that kind of sucks actually. So I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed that now I live more in I don't know, where would Sacramento be? Northeastern. But it's definitely inland. It's definitely inland, nowhere near the ocean. But when I lived in Salinas, which is near Monterey, and I worked in Monterey.
Oh, but every other person must have had a Lambo.
Oh my goodness! So to see like an S63 or S500 Benz, or somebody in one of those what is it? What are those Lamborghini SUVs? Iris or some shit like that, Yaris or some
shit. It's like a Huracan or something, right?
No, that's the
is that the
sports
Porsche?
Car. It's the SUV, but to see one of those, to see a Porsche Cayenne or Porsche Macan or a Ferrari or any of those cars, it was nothing. But moving up here, you rarely, if you see one, you're like, oh shit, that looks cool. And it reminds me of when I was a kid. Occasionally we go to this park in Monterey called Dennis the Menace Park. And you knew when you were getting into Monterey because the houses were getting nice and the cars were getting nice. But there was this car dealership, this imported car dealership. I think that's what it would call imported cars. But every time you drive past it, when that's how you knew you were in Monterey, because you see the wood carvings. Right. There's this place that the guy did like trees and used a chainsaw to like carve in all this cool shit, like an eagle or a fucking fisherman. When you saw that, and then right next door to it was the car dealership, and there was a red Magnum PI Ferrari in the front window. Wow. Because it was rare to see it. And I'd drive by and be like, oh man, that looks so cool. You imagine driving and shit. But when you live in areas like that, man, to see those cars, it's nada. You see it all.
Yeah. One of my favorite places to go is in Vegas. I'll bring it up here. The Shelby Museum. Love that place. Carroll Shelby, the famous car maker, passed away a few years ago. There's a museum there. It's free to go in, and it's also where they build all the Shelbys for the rich dudes to get custom Mustangs and all that. And I just was there like 4 weeks ago. I went to it, but it's right south of the Vegas Strip. It's on the Strip, just south of the Strip, just south of the Las Vegas sign, and it's an awesome place to go. I took a bunch of pictures, but if I could get my hands on this 66 GT350 in that color, the beige with the blue,
you can. You just have to pay
right?
probably a couple $100,000.
Right. But yeah, that place. If you get the chance to go check this place out, hold on. Let me open this up. I mean, let's see. If you get the chance to go check this place out, this is that Ford GT that beat Ferrari at Le Mans back in like '66 or whatever.
Le Mans.
Do
those GT350s that they re-released or whatever, like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
man, those look sick as hell.
Look at this thing.
Oh, Camaro.
What was that car your dad had that looked like Count Dracula? It was almost one of the most badass cars I've ever seen.
Oh, the big Riviera. 65 Riviera.
Yeah, that thing was righteous that your dad had.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these little Cobras here. They have an all like, she said that was copper. I thought it was like brass or something.
Imagine that in the sun.
Oh my gosh, right?
Blind you.
But yeah, they have so many great cars. This is free to go to in Vegas. You just walk right in and check all these things out. And there's these giant bay windows, like 30, 40 feet of it. You can see into this garage with 30, 40 bays where they're building custom Mustangs for ultra rich dudes that order them. So yeah, it's really awesome stuff. Really awesome.
That was not awesome.
Yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, Heather, agree on the muscle cars. I like them better than modern exotic cars. I do. I like the old
muscle cars are sick.
Yeah.
They're the sexiest cars ever made.
Although I'll tell you, both we got 2 Teslas now, my family. I hate to say this because I want the opposite to be true. The modern electric car blows away the combustion engine car. It's not close, dude. After driving the Tesla a bunch, we're all going to have electric cars sooner or later, and they're just better. They're just better, dude. They just are. Almost every part of me wants to not say that and not admit it, but I have to be honest. Driving the Tesla is holy shit. That's how a car should be. Jeez.
If they can get the distance down,
they'll get that. That's just battery technology. They'll figure that out. The density of the batteries, they'll figure that out.
Yeah, because that's where the combustion engine has the edge.
Right.
Distance.
Right, for sure. It's fueling. I can fill my tank with gas in a minute or two. You can, but when you put the gas, have you driven a Tesla yet, Jericho?
No.
It's like nothing you've ever driven. When you put the pedal down to switch lanes or do something, it's what you imagined as a kid. No gas car does this. And one's an engine, one's a motor. Those are different things. It's an electric motor. It's very different than a combustion engine. And man, those things fly. But they just have little simple things, the Tesla, that all Ford, Toyota, Chevy, everyone should have it. It wouldn't really cost extra money or anything. When you hit the turn signal on a Tesla, do you know what pops on that giant video screen in a little box? Your blind spot pops up.
Oh, that's cool.
So yes, you can look over your shoulder, but they gives you a clear video view of your blind spot. Something so simple should be in every combustion engine car. And I just think about, 2 nights ago, I was driving my granddaughter around to try to help her fall asleep. And she goes, "Bubba, what's that?" And we look up in the sky, and it's a rocket from SpaceX. Took off from Vandenberg Air Force Base, about 100 miles north of Los Angeles. And they fly right over my house. I was in Pacific Beach. And at one point, the rocket was like nearly over us. And it's making this giant glowing like aura behind it of the burning fuel. And it's so many miles high into space or heading into space that the sunlight, they launch it at night. So the sky is black. But then the stream of the fuel and the smoke off the back of the rocket gets lit up orange and pink from the sunset around the edge of the globe, around the curve of the globe, because it's so high up that the sunlight is still lighting it up, even though it's dark out. And then eventually the booster rocket falls off. Those fly down and land off the coast of Mexico there. And the rocket flies into space to go distribute satellites. And every time I see his rockets, because I can see them so clearly from my backyard or my neighborhood, I always tell my wife, Elon Musk is a fucking idiot.
I would have done
That's
Nazi.
what liberals always say, do that. What a fucking moron. And then I just see his
Yeah.
rocket flying away like I'm living in Star Wars. And I'm driving his Tesla. I'm using his AI grok. I have Tesla internet. What is it? What is the internet that Elon Musk? What is my internet?
Starlink.
I have that. It's excellent. I've had it for like 6 months. It's so good. So yeah, and my Tesla stock is to the moon. To the moon. I think I've made 70% on my Tesla stock in like 6 months, dude.
Nice.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, that's where it's at, man. That's the future. But
Yeah.
would you ever be a fan of self-driving cars?
No, I think older or younger generations will because they're going to get used to it, but we're not used to it. I miss stick shift. I miss that.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to throw it into the gear you want and hit the gas and take off.
But self-driving, there goes DUIs, there goes collisions.
Right.
You know, all those deaths and maimings and all that
No, I
stuff.
think it's a net positive, the self-driving cars, and I think they actually will be very safe. I think they will. And the younger generation, I mean, I've noticed the last 10 years, youngsters don't want to get their driver's license, you know?
Yeah, they don't want to get a license and bang each other.
That's
Ew,
weird.
What happened to the Porky's kind of,
I think they all live on the internet to a degree that people our age and older don't understand. I did not get an internet connection, an email address until I was 21 or 22 years old. I didn't do anything on the internet till like the year 2000. You know, people have had the internet, like nerds had it since the late 70s, early 80s, just like message board, like bulletin boards. But like internet became mainstream in like 95. We didn't have money for that. We didn't have a computer. So I didn't get anything until 2000. My brother moved out of the house I moved into in Colorado when I went to go there for college in 2000. And he left his computer there. So I got his computer and I found a disc that had a free trial of America Online. You know, so I talked to my wife. I said, "Do you think we should try it?" We were all nervous because after the free trial, it was $13 a month, and we didn't know if we should add a bill to our lives. I remember being that broke, dude, in the old days. Thank God things turned around. So
yeah, and this generation will never know. Not only will they not know life without the internet, but they won't know life without like high speed, powerful internet.
Right.
Tip of your fingers, snap of your fingers. It's fucking, you got it, you know. So
56K modem, dude.
Yeah, and to think of it even being faster than that is crazy. But there are some, like you said, there's some net positives. But I think one of the hangups people have about the self-driving cars is that someone else is controlling it, which means someone else can control whether it stops or goes a certain place, or you owe money or this and that, so the car pulls over.
You said something politically incorrect. Now your car doesn't work.
Yeah, now your car won't either drive, or it takes you to a facility. You know,
I would never have only electric cars. I will always have a combustion engine car as long as I can. And when it breaks down and they quit making them, I'll have it repaired and rebuilt and all that. I'll take it to the Shelby guys in Vegas. I have my Ford F-150. It's great. I'm going to get hundreds of thousands more miles out of it. But when it is finally kaput, that is my plan. I told my wife that I'm going to take it to Vegas, the Shelby guys, and have them make me a Shelby Ford F-150 Super Snake, which is a car they make. I saw one in the lot there when I was there once. So
you have a fucking basically a rocket booster on that truck. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to have the Shelby treatment on your truck. That's yeah, I saw that when I was there. It's real quick. This is it, like that kind of thing there.
Yeah, that thing probably does. Like,
I saw one. The one I saw was the white and blue, just like that. Must. This is the one I saw. I don't know if it's the exact one, but that's the one I saw when I was there last month.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'll have them tweak it out for me once my car. But hopefully, I get a couple 100,000 more miles on this bad boy. Let's talk about Revenge of the Ninja. First of all, Jericho, you've been a good friend of mine. One of my best friends I've ever had in my life. I mean that.
Oh my God.
I care about you. I love you, and I didn't think I could love you anymore. But you brought me one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
I love Revenge of the Ninja. This is the best, worst movie I think I've ever seen. I think this replaced Stone Cold for me. Because Stone Cold, I think, was my favorite terrible movie. No Retreat, No Surrender, Stone Cold, No Holds Barred, and now this are my Mount Rushmore of movies that are so bad that I couldn't love them anymore. What the hell is this movie? It's impossible, this movie. From stem to stern, bottom of its feet to the crown of its head, from start to from the first frame of this movie to the last, it's insanity. This is so poorly made, yet so entertaining. Watch this movie with a friend, people, or other friends, and you can look out over at them like, I don't know. I will warn you, there's topless female nudity twice, so
yeah.
but we do get 80s boobage in this movie twice. But this movie, Jericho, it's beyond words. What is your take on this?
Well, first of all, I think this was what, 1983?
Something like that, yeah.
I was a really little kid. So I connected with the little boy in this movie. He was like 6 or 7, maybe 8. So when I saw this as a kid, man, I love this movie. I used to watch it all the time, anytime I had a chance. The bad guy with a metal ninja mask.
Oh my gosh, the Oni mask.
Yeah, the little like fish net kind of thing he had here on the suit, man, loved it. But now that I watch it as a full-grown taxpayer, this movie, like, remember you'd see like old footage from the 80s of some like Rwandan genocide, and there's like a mass grave with all these bloated dead bodies in a ditch. Like, this movie is an atrocity like that, like a massive loss of life. This movie is a cinematic atrocity.
This movie is shitting your pants with diarrhea. That's how bad this movie is.
This movie is curled up in the bathtub, shitting at like 2,000 psi.
This movie is food poisoning, where you're diarrhea on the toilet, you're holding a trash can for your mouth, throwing up at the same time.
Yeah, and a trash can on your ass. Right. And this is food poisoning from going to India and then eating some of that street food that they make with the fucking crack of their ass and their feet. That's drinking tap water. That's drinking room temperature tap water in fucking New Delhi. Food poisoning. That's what this movie is. This movie is nothing.
It's unprofessional. All of the artistic standards of writing a story that makes any coherent sense, filming a movie, acting, just anything that you would learn when you're learning to do narrative, they break all the rules in this one, baby.
Everything you've learned, unlearn it, and then make this fucking movie. And the thing is, I think what also makes it so bad is, yeah, it's a CAIN film. That's right.
Oh, yeah. This is Menachem Gohan and something Globus. Two of the greatest names in Hollywood history.
But this, it had the potential. Look at the costumes. They had the extras. It didn't look, like, some movies, like, there's no extras in the background and you'll see them over and over again. Like, this had potential. Sho Kosugi, the main character.
He's great.
The ninja who's getting the revenge. But this
by the way, spoiler. Revenge of the Ninja is the name of this movie. Mm-hmm. And he never gets revenge. Let's just start. This is his family being slaughtered at the family compound. Sho Kosugi,
like 8 people stabbing her
and they die like horrible. His like 10-year-old son gets a ninja star between the eyes. His wife or sister stabbed in the heart. Everyone is murdered. His father, like his father-in-law, they kill kids. These ninjas,
everybody,
black with red sashes come out of the woodwork in the bamboo,
literally
murder everyone, except for his youngest son, who's like. This reminds me of Moses in the Bible, when Moses' mother puts him on a little raft in the stream. She hides him in the bushes, and he survives the massacre. Sho Kosugi, the man in the light blue on the right, he's the Japanese guy.
With the hair.
Not the redheaded fella, not the white guy.
The hair is just amazing. That's a full mane of hair.
He comes home. He finds his entire family murdered. This white guy, I forget his name. I saw this movie 2 weeks ago. We didn't do the show last week. He says, Patrick, he says, a family film, you say. He's trying to convince Sho Kosugi to come to Los Angeles with him to open art galleries to import traditional Chinese dolls.
Japanese,
sorry. Sho doesn't want to do it. The white guy's like, nah, come on. You'll lend credence to the whole operation. I've got investors. It's going to be great. He's like, I'm not going. I'm a ninja. I got tradition. My family, we earned this land, and people have died for this. And then look, his whole family's murdered. So I guess
we're out of here.
I guess we're out of here. Now,
That's
that's the star he pulled out of his son's forehead.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-year-old boy laying on the deck with a star between the eyes.
Mm-hmm. And he pulled, I don't know why he pulled it out, but he fucking pulls it out of his head and looks at it. I guess there's some markings on it or something that can tell what planet it's from or some bullshit. I don't know.
So yeah, so then the ninjas try to take him out. He catches all the arrows.
Mm-hmm.
He catches 3 arrows, 2 with his hands and 1 with his mouth, and proceeds to kill the ninjas. He kills most of them. Then his mother, the grandma, comes home, and she reacts like you would if you saw your family slaughtered. She walks through the death zone slowly.
Yeah, chilling. Not crying.
That's how you would react, right?
Not screaming, not wailing. Not...
If all your family and extended family was butchered by ninjas in front of you, Jericho, you just be like, oh, what happened here?
Like, ooh, that looks like that hurt. Ouch.
Oh, I'm gonna have to clean the deck. I just cleaned it yesterday.
With blood. I just swept this thing off yesterday with my little bamboo Japanese brush. My broom. Now I got to do it again. And yeah, you see, he's covered in blood. Fucking holding.
He found the little baby.
Yeah, found him. Because the little baby knew when to scream. It knew to start screaming after all the ninjas were dead.
Yeah, because the ninjas would have killed the baby. Because they killed the 10-year-old with a
star.
Yeah,
they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck. That they would have threw a ninja star in that baby's face too if they had to.
Ramdog, I watched the first ninja movie from CAIN on a flight home from Mexico City in May. It was not as bad as this, so it was less entertaining. It was bad. The one with Franco Nero, it was a bad movie, but it wasn't so bad that it was now good. This movie is so bad it's good because you can't believe this movie the whole time you're watching it. You know when you would play outside with your friends and you were in elementary school, you were little, you just kind of make up weird, wild, random stories. This movie's like that, only if all the kids were stupid. You know, It doesn't have the grace of a child's imagination. It's just like, and then this happened, and then this happened. So the family's slaughtered. Shokashugi and Grandma are not upset, and they're just telling the businessman, hey, we don't really want to go to America. You know, we got to clean up a lot of blood. We got stuff like...
We got to bury our entire family. We can't get away right now.
Right.
But when you said, you know, little kids making up dumb stories, my son's friend was over a couple months ago, and they were talking about my brother-in-law. He's a fisherman, so he gave us some crab. And we asked his friend, oh, do you like crab? He's like, oh, yeah. We got crab not too long ago, and my dad bought like 500 pounds, and we ate it. I was like, oh, really? 500 pounds? It's a lot. Like, no one eats 500 pounds in their life. But his dad just comes home with a fucking small truck bed full of crabs, and they ate it all. But I was like, oh, yeah, 500 pounds? That's a lot. Oh, yeah, we ate it. Crazy. 500
pounds. That's believable. Remdog says this one has Axe Cop appeal. Axe Cop is a comic book series that became like a cartoon or a movie where a comic book artist, I forget who it was, he would ask his little son like some stories and scenarios, and he would just turn that into the comic book. It was the most wild and crazy thing ever. Because it was, you know, like a 6-year-old telling his dad about, and then the bear turned into a robot, but he was actually a ninja, and then his twin brother, and it was just like completely crazy Axe Cop.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a comic book first, and then a show later.
But nothing's like this. Nothing's on its level. It's not on any other level. This has its own level. This movie is fucking insane. It makes no sense. No one can act. The story is fucking crazy. It holds on people's pauses too long. There's a scene where an old friend, a cop friend of his comes by. You know, they spar and all this stuff, and then of course he wins the sparring match. And then as he's walking away, his friend like kicks him and trips him, and he turns around and he goes, "Hey!" And then they just hold on his face.
Right.
I was like, fuck cut. Get the fuck
it was
kind of
like Mentos, the French maker. You know, they just kind of hold weird. That. Yeah, it's like the director of the movie was doing a bunch of coke and he forgot to yell cut, you know.
Oh, my bad. Cut.
Oh, yeah, cut.
But they didn't edit that out.
Shokashugi is the ninja. And this movie is Revenge of the Ninja. His family was slaughtered in front of him. Again, his son took a ninja star, a shuriken.
His wife.
Killed him.
Wife,
took his life.
Dead. Wife got an arrow to the chest. uncles, father,
So
everyone.
if they kill his whole family, and the movie's called Revenge of the Ninja, what do you think's going to happen in this movie?
Revenge.
He's going to get revenge on the very ninjas that killed his family. But no,
Yes.
he just goes to America 6 years later, never deals with those ninjas. And I'll spoil it for you now because the movie's 42 years old. We never go back to Japan and figure out who killed his family.
No, he just swallows it.
He just, the no revenge for the ninja.
Well, on to the U.S.
Yeah.
That was it. He built a brick wall in front of that in his mind.
Yeah.
And never thought about it again.
All right.
The whole family.
Smash cut to elementary school in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
And this little boy in pink is the real life son of Sho Kosugi.
You can tell by that hair.
Yeah, he's got that same dome of hair that his father has.
A helmet.
And he's getting picked on by the bullies. I like the bully with the red bandana. That is very 80s Hispanic kind of thing, you know.
That's how you know he's a bully.
So yeah, and they're picking on this kid, and the grandma's watching. She's picking him up from school. That's this grandma with black hair here, and a scant 6 years later, her hair is all white now.
Full gray. She had a real stressful move to LA.
Yeah. So and her grandson proceeds to throttle like these 5 bullies. He's doing
like 2 or 3 years older than him, maybe 4 years older than him, and he's beating the shit out of him. And then one scene in this little fight, the black kid on the bike, he gets on the bike and the other kid pushes him toward him. He goes, "Yeah, get him!" And he just rides his bike toward the kid. So the kid moves out of the way and kicks him in his ass, and he falls off his bike. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever. But
they were letting the kids help direct the movie.
Hey, you guys want to get back? It's real easy.
He's like, well, you got the ideas for your character? He's like, I could ride my bike at him.
Perfect. Hey, come sit in this chair with the wooden frame and the cloth or the canvas back that says director. Come sit in this chair. Hey,
don't touch my medicine. That's my special medicine. Don't touch
my powder. Hey, the set's his, everybody. This kid's in charge. Dude, but go back one, that picture right there, that kid on the right, one more. The kid on the right in the beanie, like he looks
he's like 16.
18. The kid's big as fuck. He's like 230, dude. He would destroy that little kid. But yeah, man, but that's the 80s right there. That picture right there is the 80s. Kids outside, the clothes they're wearing, being little assholes. But yeah, man,
this is what it was like. This is what it looked like to be in Mrs. Herndon's class in 1987 when I was in 3rd grade. This is exactly what it looked like. So
and he beats the shit out of all these kids.
Yeah, he gives them what for.
Yeah,
and then
he took his hat or something.
So they got a weird living situation. There's the art gallery with the imported Chinese dolls, as you see in his hand there. Downstairs, it's a fancy gallery, but it seems like they live in an apartment upstairs, and there's also a dojo upstairs.
The badass dojo.
Yeah, it's big.
This is the upstairs.
Guys, if you've never seen a movie where a grown woman fights a 7-year-old, just wait. Also, the grandmother may or may not be using a chain weapon and fighting her own ninja fight. Just, you got to hold on because there's a lot coming.
It has everything.
Right.
It has everything and nothing at the same time. But how cool is that? As a little boy, look at those weapons on the wall. That's what you wanted. You wanted one of the rooms in your house to be a fucking dojo where you could go in there and take weapons off the wall and fucking fight. Like this little kid's badass too.
So he tells his son, we were ninjas for many generations. The ninjas killed your whole family. I decided not to get revenge. We're in America now to sell cheap crap. We're going to sell these stupid dolls at the art gallery, and I'm tying off my sword forever. And my ninjutsu past is behind me because this tiny little fragile shoelace is going to hold my sword shut.
I will never break my promise to be your ninja. Yeah, and his accent is thick as peanut butter, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering if you can barely understand what he's saying, and in case you're wondering if the dubbing is fucking way off, yes, it is way off.
Yeah.
And no, you can't understand what the fuck he's saying about 42%.
You could tell Mr. Kosugi's first language is not English. You could tell that.
Not English. But he's like, family and a ninja. Like everything is so fucking what do they call that? Feudal.
Right.
Japan, like everything is And then that woman, she's all, I'm going in there with no pants on.
Right. She's in the no
fine.
pants club.
She has to earn her pants. It's like the belt. You got to earn your pants. You start off with the top, and then you work your way up, and they give you your pants. But the little kid's bad, and I love the outfit. You know, the black, the red. I'm not sure the name of that. I don't know. I'm sure it's not a kimono, but that shit looks cool. But you're not going to be able to make a meal off of cool shit.
No.
In this movie, so don't get comfy.
Heather asked creamy or chunky, so I pop out in the chat the poll of polls: creamy or chunky. Patrick C.
Is that even a fucking question or what?
LOL. Of course it is. Devonte Daniel says, "Hello, Gabe. Hello, Devonte. Is it still possible to get that Truth Justice American Way comic? Email me. Let me see what email.
Shoot me an email.
Gabe El Taib illustration @gmail.com. My name, Gabe, last name, ELTAEB. That's Beatles spelled backwards, like the band, the Beatles. Gabe El Taib illustration, all one word, Gabe El Taib illustration @gmail.com. Email me there, and I can definitely deal with that for you. So the accent was as thick as peanut butter. Let's go into here. Look at that. Look at the cowards. Look at the cowards voting for creamy peanut butter.
Yeah, team cream all over your face.
It makes no. And you know what? Another thing. Let me just say this, because I've been keeping this in for a while, Jericho. But I got to tell you, I'm your friend. But when you told me you didn't like stuffing at Thanksgiving, I didn't know how to react. I'm like, I don't even know you.
You know why? You know why I don't like stuffing is because
I have no idea. It's one of the best parts of the meal.
I can tell you why, and it's a very clear, concise answer. Because I don't like to put cat shit in my mouth. That's why I don't eat stuffing. Are you fucking kidding me? Stuffing is disgusting.
Stuffing is delicious.
Stuffing is
now. Here's what I'm not going to do to you. I'm not going to do to you what everyone does to me about seafood. I'm not going to go, you've just never had good stuffing. I'm sure you have. Your dad was a great chef. You just don't like it.
It's Megatroy. I don't give a fuck.
It's one of my favorite. I make homemade stuff.
Fucking gross. My wife is like that. She loves
Jericho, I don't know if you know, everyone loves stuffing. It's at every Thanksgiving.
My kids don't. My kids don't like stuffing. That's why I love them more than my wife. Because that shit is fucking gross, man. Stuffing
now, is it
so
too
nasty.
wet for you? Because I don't do mine overly wet. We keep it fluffy, dude.
It's not a texture issue. It's taste.
Sage? That's the same flavor.
Is that sage they put in there?
The sage.
Who puts sage in their breakfast sausage? Gross.
That's the main flavor of all breakfast sausage is sage. I don't know if you know that. When you eat breakfast sausage, that's the main flavor is sage. You like sage. You eat breakfast sausage. That's what it tastes like.
No. Then how do we go from but sausage and stuffing are two different flavors completely.
Stuffing, my favorite thing at Thanksgiving. I mean, I love all. My favorite meal is Thanksgiving. Like if I see it at a restaurant, I will order it if they have it.
Minus the stuffing.
But you also like the fake cranberries. What?
Yeah. I like the shit that has the indentation of the can.
You take a bag of fresh cranberries, like a cup of sugar and a splash of OJ, and you simmer it for half an hour, and you got cranberry sauce. It's so good.
I'm not a fucking pilgrim.
It's so
I'll
good.
take it out of give me that ocean spray.
No, that's like
hand me the ocean spray.
Jello. It's
and
so
fucking I'll pass
what
you the
do
stuff.
You like at Thanksgiving? Just like the turkey? That's fine.
Everything but there's more to Thanksgiving than turkey stuffing and cranberry sauce.
Not much more. That's
mashed taters. You can't mashed taters.
Okay,
mac and cheese.
Where do you stand on what the French call pomme puree? Because I hate that shit. When you liquefy mashed potatoes, I don't like gross. I want a little chunk in it,
No, I'll throw it in the KitchenAid, but to puree it, make it like tomato fucking pudding. No, that's gross. That's why the French are so fucked up. Nah, man. There's plenty of other things. Mac and cheese. You got mashed potatoes. The gravy. That's very important. That's like the pie crust.
Tell me that you make the gravy from the turkey drippings, and you're not opening a jar of gravy or a packet of powder. Tell me you make the gravy.
No, we go old school with the gravy. Yeah, the drippings, a little cornstarch slurry. Yeah.
Right. The gravy might be the best part of Thanksgiving. I feel like the turkey, the potatoes, the stuffing, all of it I like, but they're all just a delivery system for gravy.
Yeah, it all comes together with the gravy. Agreed.
It's like cake. I like cake, but really cake is there so I can eat frosting. That's what cake is for.
But cake has to perform though.
What do you come down on cornbread? Are you a cornbread man?
Oh yeah, cornbread's cool.
Okay. My
Have it
wife
on
makes
Thanksgiving
really
too.
good cornbread. I run into so much cornbread that is horrifically dry.
Oh no,
She makes
moist,
really
a
good.
little bit sweet. We don't
Yeah,
need
oh yeah.
cake here, but a little sweet.
Now here's one that is controversial. I need my mac and cheese to have cheese gravy all over it, like liquid cheese soup. It's thick. It's not thin like a watery soup, but it's about as thick as like a salad dressing, and it's everywhere. I don't like the mac and cheese where the cheese is stringy, pulling apart, and all the liquid cheese.
No, it has to be creamy. It has
Yeah,
to
okay,
be
okay,
creamy. That's a prerequisite. Don't
okay.
give me that separated cheesy
Right.
oil bullshit.
Right. That just means you fucked up. You broke the sauce.
Yeah, you cooked it too long. No, you're a piece of shit. No, that's gross. But I'll tell you this: cornbread and collard greens, just them together, is one of the greatest savory sweet combinations
I made some
on the
collard
planet.
greens with the ham hocks.
Yep.
I only did it once. Oh my gosh. It didn't sound bad when I heard about it, growing up TV movies. You hear about collard greens or ham hocks. It didn't sound bad, but it didn't sound good. It was whatever. That was so effing good.
If you do it right, yeah.
I didn't know that collard greens had that texture. I thought they were going to turn into slime like spinach when you overcook it.
No.
Collard greens, you cook the shit out of them and they still have bites. Oh, they have al dente. It's so good.
Yep.
So
I've had some great greens, but greens and cornbread.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're closing in just 2 months of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're
getting there.
You gotta, okay, he was saying gravy is forgiveness for dry turkey. Ram Dog, you don't have to have dry turkey. If you have dry turkey, that's on you.
Yeah.
Make a brine, look up a recipe. It's salt, it's sugar, it's spices. You boil a few like gallons of it. Boil
You
it.
can smoke it. Smoke your turkey too.
That works too.
Holy
then
shit, that's
take
good.
Your brine and bring it all the way down to cold, like refrigerator temperature. So it's going to take a few hours to get your brine all the way down, or just put a bunch of ice in it. If you don't have a second fridge, put it in a 5-gallon sanitized food grade bucket. Pour the brine in there, and once or twice a day, go peek and put more ice. And put more. I've done that, and I've been doing that for years now. And you do that for 2-3 days with your turkey, you can't dry it out because the scientific principle of osmosis and all that. You cut into that breast, that white top part that is usually leather dry for most people, just gushing gravy everywhere. It's so effing good, dude. So brine your turkey. It's not hard. Look it up on Grok, GPT, YouTube. It's so easy to brine a turkey. I didn't do it for years because I was like, I'm going to screw this up. It's so easy. It's so good. So did you wash the collards in the bathtub like Kamala?
What the fuck? Wait a minute. You mean the same bathtub where you wash your fucking taint? That's disgusting. But she's put worse in her mouth, so she don't care.
A lot of people say Kamala's kind of gross.
She don't care. She'll put anything in her suck hole. So.
Suck hole.
Yeah, man. That's what she uses it for. But come on, you washing that shit? That's so nasty. Ew. You can't get that shit clean. Ugh.
Anyway, Shokashugi is telling his son he's retired from ninjadom.
No more.
And the son is doing katas and other moves. And the woman, who's, I guess, the girlfriend of the white guy that told him to open the art gallery. I forgot the white guy's name. Yeah. Sorry. She comes into the dojo to do a little sparring. Sin pantalones. Sin pantalones. Without pants. I don't know what her strategy is, but she tries to get a little frisky with Sho Kashugi, but he ain't having it.
Yeah.
He ain't having it. He's a widower.
They get the frolicking around. And I mean, he could have easily kicked her fucking head off her shoulders, but for movie purposes, you know, she's giving him a run for his money. She flips him on the ground, all this stupid shit.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But then she gets on him, and then he flips her over, he's on her, and then she like does this move where he's on the ground, she gets on top of him, and she's like going in for the kiss, and he's like, get off me.
And if you're wondering why they have a bizarrely sensual but not sparring scene, keep wondering, because it serves no purpose in the story like most of this movie. Yes. I would say 90% of this movie doesn't serve any purpose. It's just stuff that happens that's stupid. So
this movie is so fucking stupid. This movie is so stupid. I think it took me 3 different times, maybe 4 different times to finish this fucking movie. And I loved it as a kid. Loved it.
So here in Santa Monica or somewhere in the Los Angeles area, There's the white guy from Japan that saw his family slaughtered that also didn't react when they were slaughtered. Nobody reacted when the family got slaughtered.
That was like his 4th family slaughter that week.
It was like, oh, not again. Not
He
again.
was numb to it. He's like, man, every time I come to Japan, it's so fucking violent.
They have these priceless Japanese dolls in acrylic stands for sale. This is their business plan.
Yeah, the art gallery.
Yeah, they got a Japanese doll. Very special. They don't have Japanese art. They don't have paintings and engravings and musical instruments and jewelry and dolls. They have dolls. That's all they have. So you had better like Japanese dolls or you don't come in here.
But this is art gallery. This is one of those 80s, movie tropes or art gallery, or he's an ad executive. It's one of those kind of blanket jobs that no one's going to question because nobody does it. How many people are an ad executive or own a fucking art gallery? Right. So we won't dig too much into it.
That is very much one of the 80s. Look at Beverly Hills Cop, right? That lady
his friend had an art gallery.
Right. Yeah, that's a very 80s career for the woman with the shoulder pads in her suit. The power look. Anyway, the little boy, different people are looking at the dolls. The little boy, someone cuts their finger on one of the dolls eventually on the blade.
Yeah, the lady that comes in with the white dude.
But the little boy, the son of Shokashugi, the ninja himself, does not display the ninja skills passed down genetically just yet because he knocks over a priceless doll.
No, he doesn't even knock it over. It shows his hand slowly pull it till it goes to the edge and falls over. I was like, who the fuck would do that? They should have had him like playing with this ball and he bumped into it and then it fell over, not pull it down on purpose. It's not like he's 3. He's fucking 6 years old. You know better than that to be pulling shit off of the display in your dad's art gallery. I wish you would have came in there and gave him a ninja ass whooping. Oh shit. Why are you pulling fucking dolls off the shelf like you're a toddler?
Yeah, so he breaks this priceless Japanese garbage.
Priceless from like the 1500s.
Either that's a bunch of H or a bunch of booger sugar. I don't remember. But drogas.
She says H. She says it's heroin, but it was fucking heroin. Coke white.
So Smackola comes out of this doll. Mm-hmm. So it's like, as the French say, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is this? What is this? Why is there heroin inside of this? Why is there heroin? Why is there heroin inside of this doll? Heroin. So the little boy's like, I'm sorry. And, he's acting about as well as you think. And she's like, don't worry about it, Billy. You shouldn't touch things.
Don't worry about it, Billy.
This will be like our little, does she tell him like this will be like our little secret or something?
Yeah. Does she go, what did she say? How does she flip it on him? Oh, your dad's going to be so upset once he finds this out. But don't worry. It'll be our little secret. I won't say anything.
And then she hoovers up the rest with her nose.
You little Japanese motherfucker. Be more careful. But yeah, it's real pervert style. It'll be our little secret. And then he leaves and she then it zooms in on the coke or heroin, whatever the fuck.
Whatever.
Cut to,
I know it's heroin. I know it's heroin because I remember, but I'm going to say it's coke just because I like saying booger sugar.
And it looks like coke. It's like white. Heroin isn't like brown or beige or some shit. That's just like white powder.
Honestly, I'm so naive about drugs. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell them apart if you showed them.
I can tell you.
I thought it was all white powder. Crack is rocks though. It's like cracked up
powder turned into rocks.
Right. They take the cocaine and they add baking soda and some other things. They turn it into a big sheet of solid cocaine and they break it up. They crack it.
So rocks. Lovely tiny little rock. Oh, this thing's so tiny. Who can get hooked on these? Next thing you know, you're in the backseat of some stranger's car, trying to get the next one.
So smash cut to the Italian
fucking mob boys. Because that's a mob stronghold is Los
Angeles. Very, very old Italian area.
Very strong, very, very robust Italian population.
Well, these guys are offshoots of the Philly gangsters from No Retreat, No Surrender that were taking over the dojo.
Hey.
What is their connection to the friend from Japan? The white guy that opened the art gallery. This guy? What does the Italians do with him and the heroin? I forgot.
They're fucking, he's bringing it in and these fucking mooks are buying it from him over here.
Okay, so the Italian mafia, Johnny Carbone or whatever this guy
is. You prick, yeah.
He's Johnny Lupo, right?
Hey,
so Bobby Lupo.
Bobby Lupo.
Bobby Lupo.
over here.
Bobby Lupo and his Goombas.
Caifano. His name's fucking Caifano.
Is that his name, Caifano?
Yeah.
Uh,
Caifano. He died the year after this movie was made. That's what a way to go out.
Which did you like better, Revenge of the Dead or Pray for Death? I'll have to watch Pray for Death because I've seen 3 or 4 Sho Kosugi movies and they are not good.
There's nothing worse than this movie. Nothing.
Wait a minute. That makes me sad. You're telling me I've seen the best, worst movie I'm ever going to see?
That's it.
I don't
What's after this?
I want
this and War of the Worlds.
I hope there's Masters of the Universe, another canon film. I hope that's terrible.
But it's not. No, it's not as bad as this. No way. No, the Masters of the Universe. Who's in that one? Courtney Cox is in that movie.
The Stench Connection is what this movie. Okay, so let's
Caifano.
We got a lot of photos here, so we need to like light speed it a little bit.
All right, let's go.
The plot of this movie thus far is a ninja lives in Japan. His family is murdered by rival ninjas.
Brutally murdered.
His American friend who's lived in Japan for a few years and I guess become martial artist himself wants him to open an art gallery in Los Angeles, but he doesn't tell Sho Kosugi that, hey, I'm going to use it to import Japanese dolls that are actually full of heroin. And I'm bringing in the heroin to sell to these Italians who sell it on the street. That is the plot thus far. One of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. Why not just bring the heroin in bricks or suitcases like a regular criminal and sell it like when you meet at like an abandoned warehouse? Isn't that how this is? I don't know. I've never done it, but isn't that how that's actually done? Why would you have the whole middle step of putting your priceless merchandise, your drugs, in dolls in a gallery where anything can happen? Why would you do this?
Because nobody was fucking expected over here.
But your ultra valuable narcotics, you're just going to have them on public display like this? How stupid is this?
Who fucking cares?
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Dude, you can't. If this movie was a soaking wet rag, you couldn't squeeze anything out of this movie. You just somehow would not. You couldn't wring anything salvageable out of this movie.
I don't remember. They get into an argument on the phone, Caifano and the White Ninja.
Yeah.
And it makes the White Ninja angry that he has to kill like one of Caifano's guys. And I don't remember why. What was the reason he had to track a guy down? Someone did something and it was interfering with the drug sales. I don't know. This movie's so stupid. I don't remember.
Yeah. I just fucking saw it like today and I don't.
Either way, he gets his ninja gear in his handsome leather, like businessman's bag there. And he gets some knives and some stuff. And it turns out he's a ninja. So this is the big reveal in the movie. You find out he's also a ninja. But he's an evil ninja. Because if you look at the desk, there's a silver Oni mask. And Oni's a Japanese demon. And he wears a silver Oni mask when he is a ninja. So he goes into the man's room. By the way, this guy's peeing in the man trough. Okay,
yeah, how are you a fucking mob bot, like a mob fucking capo, and you're at some shitty park pissing in a trough?
Now, for the ladies out there that haven't been in a lot of men's rooms, we usually have an individual urinal. Okay, so the order of peeing in public goes as thus: urinal with dividers between, so you don't look at each other. Urinals with no dividers between. That's level 2.
Yeah, hey, quit looking at my prick.
Level 3 is the soup cauldron trough. What you see in front of that guy's knees is about 8 or 10 feet long, and every guy lines up together to pee in it together. And it usually has about an inch or 2 of cigarette butts, piss, and bubble gum at the bottom, just kind of floating there, getting room
pubes.
I didn't want to say that. Thank you.
I'll say it. Some pubes and probably some chewing tobacco that a few guys have taken out of their mouth and thrown in there. Some loogies.
One of the worst things. No, go ahead. No,
I was going to say the same thing you're going to say. Go ahead.
One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life was a video on Twitter or the internet somewhere at like a Red Sox game. They had this trough, and one of the fans was juiced up, drunk out of his mind, and the entire like group of guys there cheered him into running, jumping, and slip and sliding through the man trough. And you just see golden pee fly everywhere, and he slides through. Then he jumps out like, "Rah!" Like, you got to go straight to the hospital, dude. Do you even know how many diseases might have been in there?
Dude, the piss is the least of your worries in that fucking trough. That's the least of your worries. all the other fluids and boogers and snot and fucking pubic hairs and toenails. And people have been spitting in there. Oh, dude, just slide right out of there and slide right on a gurney and have them hit the lights and take you to a fucking hospital.
He should
die.
slide right in the man trough and right into his coffin into a grave. It should all be lined up.
Dude, you're dead. You'll be praying for death. You'll be praying for fucking death as bad as you're gonna feel. Ooh, your eyeballs. Imagine what his eyeballs look like the next day with just, oh, no, thank you. But this dude, and he was outside. The way they make this guy look like an asshole so you don't mind seeing him get killed is he was being a dick to his family. That's another thing. This guy's a mob boss, and he's sitting at a park, like at a Los Angeles public park, having a picnic with his family. And he's like, hey, what's this fuck? Can I get the gabagool? And he's like, fucking shit. And his wife's all, over here, honey. And he says some shit to his son, like, you fucking little prick. And he's all, hey, I don't want no more fucking beers. This stuff's running through me. And he gets up and goes into the trough, and then we see.
And the ninja kills him.
And he walks in a suit with his briefcase, changes into his ninja costume.
Right.
While he's in the stall. And then he comes out and kills this dude and then changes back into his suit and walks out.
Yeah. So not like Superman changing quickly in the phone booth. This guy's taking his sweet time changing in a filthy public park bathroom stall.
Yeah.
There are levels of bathrooms. Like there's like a private bathroom at a hotel. There's like a bathroom at a restaurant. There's like a bathroom at a gas station. Then there's a bathroom at like Comic-Con. And then there's this bathroom. This is the bottom level bathroom.
This is like the bathroom.
The only thing under this is a porta potty at a state fair, at a chili cook-off.
Or like a bathroom on like a public park that's never attended. Like where we go shooting on public land, there's a bathroom there, but it's never.
Don't they pick up like dudes cruising at those places, right?
I haven't had the pleasure of seeing two guys sucking each other off.
Isn't that what happened to that singer? Gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
Oh, George Michael? He was a gay dude.
Like looking for dudes at Roy Rogers Park up in LA.
Probably. He's a gay dude. That's probably where they all went to get some fucking Peter. And then they found him. He was passed out at a red light in his car. That's how fucked up he was. Cops pulled up and he was passed out behind the wheel at a red light.
How does he keep the brake pressure applied when he's asleep? That's impressive.
Maybe he had the sense of Thornton Park before he passed out. I don't know. But yeah, the cops roll up and this dude's fucking. Just imagine how shit-faced you have to be to pass out at a red light. That's wild.
Yeah, American Ninja still peak canon. They are. These are like, if you want to know about the 80s crap action movies that are fun to watch with friends and make fun of, Canon films. They're
all from Canon. Electric Boogaloo, Breaking, Electric Boogaloo, Masters of the Universe. I think they did Over the Top.
Invasion USA. Come on.
Dude, they got their fingerprints on the worst of the worst, but I think this is their crown jewel. This is, baby Simba being held over the inhabitants of the Serengeti.
Van Damme's Cyborg movie, dude. Come on.
Nowhere near as bad as this. Bad, yeah, but not this bad. This movie is bad on worse than.
I don't know what the hooking up in bathrooms thing is for people that are perving like that. When I think of getting amorous, I don't think of smelling the bathroom. But
if you're about to throw your ding dong in some dude's turd cutter, I mean, the smell of the bathroom is probably the least of your worries.
I'll take your word for it. Anyway,
it's speculation. I don't.
He kills one of the mafiosos for reasons that are unclear to me.
Can you imagine you're about to do that and you're like, ew, it stinks. It's so dirty. You're about to have corn and peanuts on your. Never mind.
Oh.
Moving on.
So then the mobster shows up in like town square.
Why?
And this informant in the blue beanie with the world's fakest eye patch is there. And he's going to give the mafia guys some information about something. I don't even remember. There's a problem with the drug sales and the White Ninja. I don't remember what the conflict is.
They want to rob him. They want to meet up with him. He's going to bring the drugs, and they want to rob him for the drugs.
Oh, my God. But he's killing the mafia's guys like one by one.
Yeah.
He shoots this guy from like across the street in a building and kills him.
No, he throws a ninja star in his face.
Oh, it's a ninja star. That's right. Yeah. And it goes into his good eye, not the patched eye.
No, it can't get through the patch.
He would have been wearing two patches if he had actually survived.
Fucking blind.
And then, even though it was just his eye that got hit with the star, the water fountain just fills with blood like a shark.
Yeah, there's no fucking way that the ninja star is not long enough to go deep enough to penetrate his brain, especially through his forehead. The human forehead's been known to deflect bullets.
But that's why, as a 6-year-old, you loved this movie. It's like, dude, he killed him with a ninja star.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I wanted ninja stars so bad. My grandfather owned that Mexican restaurant and tortilla factory for decades. When I was little, and we didn't have anywhere to go. Sometimes we didn't have anyone to watch us. I'd go with my grandpa to deliver tortillas in his van up to Cheyenne in Wyoming, like an hour or two from the house. And there was a pawn shop in Cheyenne. My grandpa would always stop in to buy little weird knickknacks. And I remember in the glass counter, they had Shuriken ninja stars. I always wanted them because I always thought, you could do some real damage with these. Because I was 7 and I didn't know any better. I really doubt you could hurt. Now that I think about it as an adult, I don't think you could really hurt someone with a ninja star. You could like graze them and cut them. You're not throwing that thing and it's going through their neck or something.
But if you took, I mean, those things, some of them are a couple inches long. I mean, you could throw it hard enough. You could hurt somebody. I doubt you kill them, but you could definitely hurt them. If that lodges in your chest or something.
I'm talking about the little stars you see in most movies.
Yeah,
and
some of those,
it's not heavy enough to do it.
But some of the sharp point, I've seen videos of like people throwing them. You could fuck somebody up, but to kill them, I mean, to the force it would take for you to throw it for it to penetrate their forehead.
Bone in the forehead? No way. No way.
I mean, the guy would have to be all right. Put your arms down. All right, stay right there. Turn right there. Okay.
You'd have to put the star against his head, then use a hammer and pound it in.
Yeah, hold still. No, but again, like you said, this is why you loved it as a kid.
And here he goes. Look at that star in his eye. Look at this crap. You know, this guy got $73 to be in this movie.
$73 in a bottle
and a free lunch.
Jack Daniels. None of the good shit. You get
the handsome nephew of the mafioso. And guys, I don't know why any of this happened. I don't know why the white ninja's killing all the mafia guys.
Nobody knows why.
He gets a like a bamboo tube and then what look like giant sewing pins, like we're having a pincushion.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude's
like you would get out of your grandma's sewing kit.
This guy's making it with some chick in a hot tub in his condo or whatever.
And
he launches like 3 of these pins into the back of his spine and kills him. And then it like drowns her practically because his dead body.
Oh, he lays on top of her, then he takes his sword and still in the sheath.
That's the sword right there.
Yeah, he's pushing her under the water. And she's not fighting, she's not grabbing for the sword. She just like goes under the water, like, all right.
Well, Jericho, the sword is 1.5 inches wide and 1 centimeter thick or whatever. So of course it can hold her down. There's no way she could move her neck 3 inches to the right.
She just lets him push her under the water. She just accepts it.
And it's not, guys, it's not the blade of the sword he drowns her with. It's the wooden sheath he's poking her under the water with. That's how dumb this movie is. So then the mafioso shows up at the nephew's whatever house. And on the gurney there, going in the ambulance to go to the morgue, is the naked nephew and the naked girl still like in a lover's embrace. So you're telling me the paramedics pulled them out of the water and then put them. Oh no, I think his hand was on her butt, and then his other hand was under her neck, and like they're still like snuggled up, like they were in the jacuzzi.
But he said that they're like gonna have to pry him apart at the morgue or some shit. Like the water made him like suction together or some shit.
Dead Punk Gage. He's giving us the reason why he's killing the mafiosos. The white ninja brought in the drugs, and the mobster gave him the runaround about paying him what he owed him. And when the white guy threatened to find another buyer, the mob threatened to kill him. Okay. And Canon Films made the Missing in Action movies, Invasion USA, and Bronson movies too. I bet you they made a bunch of those Death Wish movies, right? I'm sure that's canon, right? Who else could?
Dude, I understand how horrific these movies are, and I understand that they made this one and they made that one, and they're all dog shit. But none of them compare to the dog shittedness of Revenge of the Ninja. They pale, guys, in comparison.
This movie has to be seen to be believed. It's
Dude,
it is the best worst movie I've ever seen. This
Fucking-
epitomizes a horrible movie. Nothing can beat this movie.
dude.
So okay, we cut to a hallway of like a rec center, and I don't know what
like a
this
pizza
is.
place, like the corner
This is
of a
what
pizza
the budget
place.
for this movie is. They can't go to a dojo for a karate class. They're actually in the hallway of like a civic center in the carpeted area. And this cop who is a friend of Shokashugi, we don't know anything about him.
Yeah, they're buddies.
He's a ninja, and I only say he's a cop because somewhere at the end of Act 2, I found out he was a cop. Because for the first 3-4 scenes he's in, he's just this ninja white guy that's friends with Shokashugi. So
well, he has that scene where he's talking to the detective, and he's like, "Oh, I got a buddy who's what do you say? I got a Japanese buddy who's an expert in all this stuff. He'll help."
Right, when they're trying to investigate.
Yeah, all right.
But at first you just think like, is this just like some weird karate class? And by the way, guys, I am so glad these type of shorts for men went away forever.
Damn, those are those nut huggers, dude. You make a false move. If you got enough in there, that shit's coming out.
Don't you make one false step in those things.
Don't move. All that shit's falling out.
Anyway, so all the mafiosos are getting killed. The detectives go to Shokashugi and ask him, "Hey, you're Japanese.
Hey,
what do you think of this ninja star? You think you can help us with this?"
You're all ninjas. Every single one of you. Come help me.
I don't know. Then for whatever reason, the white ninjas like getting frisky with the blonde girl that didn't have pants in the dojo because she's sort of his like girlfriend, but not. Because she's also
she doesn't seem like in this scene it does not seem like she wants to get down. And he's like, "Fucking forget you then."
Yeah, he like paws at her. She fights him off, and then he's like, "Get the hell away from me." Then it's like, and again, what is the purpose of the scene? Because every scene in the story you write, I'll say my favorite phrase I say on the show as a writer. Every scene, every word of dialogue moves the plot forward. No fat. There's no fat on a script. You should never have it. You don't just do stuff for the hell of it. You're moving the story forward. He's getting like rudely, weirdly handsy with her, and then like, okay, we cut away, whatever.
Yeah, the phone rings. Like, all right, fuck it. I'll try again later. It was
oh my gosh,
odd to say.
Now this is one of my favorite things. The woman, she like snitches out to the mafioso guy. She's helping the mafioso guy, I think, get the white ninja and get the heroin, right? She's kind of telling him how to get it. Isn't that what's happening? Oh, I think she's telling him like they have the dog. I don't know what the hell.
No, she's listening. She's listening to their conversation.
Listening in. That's right. She's not. She
goes in the hallway way too loud and picks up the fucking phone.
Right. And that's the thing modern kids will never know is secretly listening in on the other line or being listened to. And you hear like a click, click. And you're like, "Mom, are you listening right now?"
Yeah, the best and the worst at the same time.
But guys, he's gonna send his henchman, the Italian guy, to go get I think they're gonna go steal the dolls because I think the dolls
they got the drugs in him and he knows.
But it's Italian mafia. So you would think he would employ Vincenzo, Tony, Michael, Anthony, all the Luigi, Mario and Luigi, all the guys. But no, he has a guy, Native American guy with long black Native American ponytails and the fringe leather vest of the Native American Cherokee tribe or whatever the hell it would be. That guy's name in this movie, I remember. He calls him Chief.
Chief. Now, and then he says, "Hey, if anybody gets in your way, scalp them." He said, "Scalp him, Chief."
So this guy who looks like the guy in the green looks like he's been out of jail for selling meth, and then Chief, they go to the art gallery to steal the dolls filled with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of heroin. Why would you have your expensive illegal drugs out in the open where anyone can walk into the gallery in the middle of the day? You don't have an employee working the gallery and they just take his stuff.
Not
they
to
just
mention
steal the dolls.
Your 6-year-old is around there too, so you might not want to have
that
he knows about, and he already knows about him.
Right before that, the white ninja is going to go take off and do something, and he has to leave the woman there who he no longer trusts, I think. He leaves her with Odd Job. That's who this is, right?
Yeah.
This is Odd Job.
No, not Odd Job. Not from James Bond.
What is this guy from?
Tanaka. He's from everything. He's from Perfect Weapon with Jeff
Oh,
Speakman.
okay.
What else was this dude in? He was in all kinds of shit. If you needed a big Asian dude, he was it during the 80s. I think he was a wrestler too.
Okay. So the cop who's a fighter, he's Keith Vitale. He's famous for a couple fight scenes in Jackie Chan films. Okay. And
he's
then
legit too.
Okay. Yeah, he seemed like it.
Dude, he had there was a movie he was in where he played a cop, and I can't remember the name of it. Hopefully somebody in the chat can help with it. But I believe it was this guy. It was a martial arts movie, and I think it was like a kind of a B movie, like a Cynthia Rothrock level movie. Right. But there was a scene where he does this combo of punches, dude. He punched so fast, like boom, 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 spun around it like back fist, dude. It was the fastest fucking combo I've ever seen, but I cannot remember the name of that movie.
Wow. Yeah. So some of these guys are such amazing martial artists, and the acting leaves a little bit to be desired.
A little bit.
As far as the story still not making sense, Dead Punk Gage watched a documentary called Electric Boogaloo, and it was Electric Boogaloo is one of the canon films.
Yep.
He says he, the white ninja, is using her, the woman who showed up with no pants to the dojo, to spy on Shokashugi, the main character, who weirdly is not in this movie for like a half hour right after the beginning. He's not in his own movie for like 20, 30 minutes. That's another thing I noticed. It really gets into the Italian murder storyline, and they just leave Shokashugi out of the movie until now, where he returns, and you'll see why. But he says he's using her to spy on Shokashugi, and she's weirdly inconsistent. In the documentary Electric Boogaloo, the writers talk about how Golan would make up new scenes and constant rewrites.
I believe that.
I love it.
On the spot too. He's probably like, no, fuck that.
So he sends them to go and steal the heroin, Chief and Green Shirt. So they go in, they steal the unguarded dolls filled with heroin. They throw it in the back of a van. The Shokashugi catches them in the act and proceeds to fight them. This man thinks it's a good idea to jump off of a roof to try and hit someone with a wooden box.
Why was he up there?
Well, how would he ever jump on you if he didn't get higher than you?
But it's like a roof. It's not even a room up there. That's just like a cutout, and it's like open air up there.
What am I doing up here? What are you doing down there? What are any of us doing anywhere?
Yeah, why'd he jump down? Oh, and it's like a flimsy ass, fucking avocado box or some shit, dude. Like, come on.
Oh,
come on.
This guy was Mr. Fuji in the WWF. That's why.
Yeah, Professor Tanaka.
Right. Okay. Oh, he just like passed this year, Professor Tanaka. I remember reading about that.
No, he passed in like 2000.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember reading about him passing this year.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was reading a bunch of stuff about Jackie Chan movies, actually. I think he was in a few of those, I think.
I believe it.
A lot of information here. Anyway, you get an insane fight scene. Now, if you're fighting someone to the death, why do bad guys put the knife to the throat, but they don't just slit the throat? This is a technique I've never understood. You want to kill the guy, but you want to not kill him? Like, which
you just want to let him know that you can.
It's like when a dog goes to another dog but doesn't bite him.
That's like, and sniffing his butt. That's what this guy's doing. Sniffing his butt.
They've thrown all the heroin in the back of this van, this kidnapper van they have.
Mm-hmm.
And they take off, and Sho jumps and hangs on the back. And it pales in comparison to Jackie Chan in Police Story hanging on the back of the double-decker bus.
Yeah, not the same.
Yeah, not the same. This is the Temu version of that. He runs on some cars. Now, a great stunt he does is run on the top of the Ninja Turtle van here, grab that luggage rack, spin around, and kick through the front window. That's a freeze frame out there. But guys, he does the full flip, and the van is moving. It
looks cool.
Credit where credit's due. That's a great stunt. That was a great one. Right through the glass. He does get slashed by Chief. He does get shot at point blank by this guy, but somehow doesn't get shot. Look at those old, beautiful cars. Yeah, it was another time, man. Beasts, those things. American Steel. This is like 3 movies, Channel 1. I like to say this is like 10 pounds of shit stuffed in a 5-pound bag. Isn't that one of those old things?
Yep. I believe it.
So he is trying to save the heroin dolls, but he doesn't know they have heroin in them, and the mafiosos are trying to kill him. Hangs on a door. Look at how terrible he looks, dude. I would actually believe he got injured on the set, like the way he looks there, though. That doesn't look fake.
Dude, that part was so fucking stupid.
That looks like he did. They don't have like a safety guy on set, and he actually got hurt doing these stupid stunts.
Where's the fucking safety guy? He's sleeping in his car in the parking lot. Come on, this is a Canon film. We don't give a shit.
This is a real expression on Shokachugi's face. He's like, I wanted to be a fine actor. I went to the Chinese opera school to learn.
Piece of bullshit. Yeah, man, that's fucked up. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. That's no makeup. That was
None of the Meister says that looks like a lawsuit. Yeah.
That looks like a slam dunk.
Yeah, this looks like, you know, Johnny Cochran got me $3.7 million. That's what it looked like, daytime television commercial.
Yeah, with your neck brace on.
Right.
And you're still doing a commercial.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. That that's real, no makeup.
That's an authentic picture. Just terrible. So they get away with the van and the heroin and all the crap. Okay. Now I've got to talk to you about this, Jericho. This is the building where they have the art gallery with the dolls filled with drugs, the dojo upstairs, and I think the apartment of the White Ninja and the housing for the show and his grandma and the kid. I think all of that is in this building. That's a
one-stop shop. One-stop shop.
When they were in Japan and the family was slaughtered, the white guy, White Ninja, we got to get his name, but White Ninja, he said to show, I've got investors. You'll be the face of it to give it, you know, credibility. You're Japanese. These are Japanese dolls. They have so much money and so much investing that they hand painted a bed sheet and hung it on the building.
Yeah, fuck it.
Look at that.
Fuck it, dude.
What are we doing? What are we doing? That is a bed sheet hand painted. Look at it.
Hand painted by like an 8th grader.
He said he had investors, dude.
But my nephew can draw. Have him draw Cho Oriental art on this fucking tablecloth.
And why is it Oriental? Cho Japanese.
Because you could say Oriental back then. That's why for everybody became a bunch of pussies.
Well, I'm just trying to say from a marketing standpoint, it was like fine
Oriental.
Japanese, fine Gabe. Japanese dolls or what, I don't know.
Gabe, no one considered marketing when making this.
You can't put your business's sign on a bed sheet.
This movie is a bed sheet. This movie's a bed sheet in a whorehouse.
A bed sheet with piss stains all over it.
This movie is a bed sheet in a whorehouse after Fleet Week.
No, thank you. Oh, I was just at the Miramar Air Show 2 days ago. It was awesome. In fact, we're going to take a break for 1 minute, and I'm going to show you a video because where I parked at the end of the show where the Blue Angels were, I park right by the exit because if you don't, you're going to be there forever trying to get out of the show because there's thousands and thousands of cars. So I park right by the exit, and here he is. Hold on, let me pause this.
They set off all the car alarms.
Yes,
but
I know the spot to park, and the jets fly over me. Now, you know when you take a picture of the moon with your camera, in real life, the moon is the size of a dinner plate. Then you look at your phone camera, and the moon is like a dot on there. I want you to keep that in mind when the jets fly over. When the jets flew over me, I know the spot to park. They look like you throw a football at them and hit them. They're flying like 100 feet off the ground. In my video, they look really far away just because the way that lenses work and all that. But yeah, here we go. Watch this.
That shit's awesome.
So yeah, I love going to that thing every year. And those planes, they look so close. The video does not do it justice because that focal length of the lens on the camera, they look like you could see into the cockpit when they're going sideways, those guys. It's amazing. Yeah. And we brought our ear protection from when we go shooting, we have ear protection. So we brought that too to throw it on when they fly by. So
yeah, last one I went to, they had a FA-35 fly over, and it flew over the parking lot. I mean, it was so fucking loud. All the car alarms started going off. It was so cool.
One of the years I was there, they did the Harrier. That's the jet that can float because its engine rotates and it unbelievably loud. You can't stand it because it's just blowing that out. But yeah, car alarms going off all around us when those things fly over. So. The White Ninja's name was Braid, and that's right. And I thought that was funny because it's 1983, but it's like a 2025 name, like Braden, Jaden, Aiden.
Braden, Caden, Aiden, Jaden, Saden, Payden. Layden, Caden, Jaden,
Right.
Maiden.
His name was Braden, but
Jeez.
I'm guessing since it was 1983, that was his last name, right? It had to be. There were no Bradens in 1983, were there?
They did not
Jaden?
fucking exist.
That name, those names were not. Now there was Aiden. That's an old Scottish or Irish name, Aiden. But that was
Yeah.
the only one. There was no Caden, Layden.
And it was
David.
just Braden. That was it. So maybe that was his last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been had no
Anyway.
fucking weird shit like that.
Right. So, anyways, he dons his ninja gear again, puts on his Oni mask, and he's on a mission to go do something. He shows up at the dojo. I don't. What the hell is he doing at the dojo?
Either he's coming for his drugs or to fucking. It had to be the drugs because there's no reason he'd go after Khashoggi right now.
I don't even remember. He goes to the fucking dojo to do something, comes through the skylight on like a folding ladder, ends up fighting the grandmother. The grandma comes out and fights him. Look at that flip and look at the body there. You could tell that's like, you know, a young athletic woman or a man.
And the hair's black. At least put a fucking wig on her so it looks like the grandma.
Right. And when this like, so the grandma's like fighting and she like moves her head forward and then they smash cut to like a different person doing the flip and then she lands. And then, you know, she's blowing darts at him. She's got that chain spike weapon like Michelangelo in the later Ninja Turtle cartoon years. It's bad. And she does like a smoke bomb. I think it disappears. And then the evil ninja Braden, we finally got his name. He goes around and then just stabs through the paper wall. And then like, and it turns around like a lazy Susan and like grandma's there pinned to the blade.
So got fucked up.
Yeah.
Why would you leave your sword in there?
So yeah.
Like, is that his calling card or something?
I have no idea why this ninja does anything he does.
He don't fucking know.
Maybe he's the one getting revenge. Maybe he's the ninja getting revenge.
Shit, maybe we got it all fucked up. But that suit was super cool.
So then he's going to leave after he killed grandma. He's going to go back up the skylight. But he sees the little boy who happened to be looking down the skylight. What is the boy doing on the roof? I don't know. And okay.
Those bullies.
Here's the thing. He wears his mask constantly. He always wears the black hood and the silver Oni mask. Now, when you need something to happen in a store, you have to have a good reason. It has to be logical. It can't be contrived because then the audience just rolls their eyes like, okay, when you have a dumb, easy solution. If the little boy saw a ninja kill his grandma, that's information. But if he sees Braden's face, now he can tell his dad. For no reason, Braden takes his ninja like wipes his head, and then the little boy is able to see him. That is such bad writing. Because to me as a writer, it's so obvious. It's like, well, the boy saw the ninja. And then someone pointed out to the drug-addled writer, yeah, but if the boy saw the ninja and he had the mask, he took his mask off. Like, for no reason, though. It's such bad writing, dude. It's so bad.
But he was hot, dude. When's the last time you put on your ninja suit and fought a ninja grandma? You're going to be burning up.
Today?
So he had, I didn't know.
Today it was like 3 grandmas today.
It was 3 of them. They were talking shit. Fuck that.
3-0 against grandmas today, by the way.
KO'd all 3 of those geriatric
That's all me.
bitches.
That's all me. That's all me.
It's all right hooks to the jaw.
Happy hour is going to be, or the early bird special is going to be missing 3 of their favorite diners.
Yep. No Salisbury steak for them tonight.
Right.
But yeah, it was I guess he was overheating, so he had to wipe his brow.
Right. I wore this disguise so I wouldn't get caught, but I'm a little sweaty. I'll risk it all.
It's so hot in here.
I'll risk it all to mop my brow because yes, it's a disguise, but man, who likes sweat, you know?
And not only that, but right when the boy is looking in there.
Well, why didn't the ninja grandma throw banana peel on the ground? That would have made perfect sense in this movie.
She was sweat, yeah.
Think about what you think about has a unrelated to this horrible movie. Great news. He's already a father once. He's now a father 2 times over. His wife is currently embarazada, as we say in Espanol. The word for pregnant in Spanish is embarrassed. It's embarazada. You know that the word for your wife is esposa, meaning handcuff. Not kidding. Look that up. So your wife is your esposa. Now, to be fair, your husband is your esposo. So your partner in marriage, I hate partner. Ugh, what a woke left-wing word. your spouse,
and partner.
your partner. Like, oh, that's a great way for you to come out as gay when you say you have a partner. In Spanish, your spouse is handcuffs. I find that interesting.
True that.
But he found out he's gonna have a little goyle. Well,
congratulations, man.
That's gonna be awesome.
Congratulations.
It's gotta be awesome.
It's a beautiful thing. So nice, had to do it twice.
The guy that played the Indian chief was Michael Myers in Halloween 5. Well, good luck to him, you know. Anyway, the little boy sees Braden, Caden, Jaden, Aiden, ninja, and he goes to get away on the roof. You know, 7-year-olds are a lot faster than 38-year-olds, ninjas, you know.
Easy.
He's able to evade him. Sho Kosugi shows up and finds his dead mother pinned to the wall with a ninja sword.
Damn.
Well, the guy had the decency to take his sword, but just leave the grandma there. And look at the lazy Susan she's on there, rolling like turntable. Why would that be there? It was only so they could spin it around for the reveal.
Yeah, they had the props department.
In real life, there would be no function for that in real life. You'd trip over it.
Well, they had to, again, like the ninjas, they had all the ninjas in their suits. So they had money for those for extras and props. And they obviously had this nonsense, lazy Susan, dead grandma thing made. So it could have been but that money could have been used somewhere else. Why would you have, who was like, no, dude, it has to spin around. Like, no, it's Enter the Dragon or some shit.
The guy's all yeeted out on cocaine. He's just like shooting his gun. He's like, no, dude. She spins around, the sword's just like right through her, dude.
I guess. Like this was like a deal breaker for somebody. They had to have this spin around shit.
The grandma spins or I walk. I will fucking walk off of this movie, dude.
All right. And I'll take my $10 million with me. Okay. Yeah.
Think about what he's thinking of naming his daughter Shaniqua.
Hey, that's your kid, man.
Hey,
I wouldn't recommend it, but it is your kid.
Don't do it.
As long as you don't raise her like a Shaniqua, you'll be fine.
So, the detectives, they're looking into the theft of the cocaine dolls. Sho Kosugi's pants still have rips in the thighs from road rash. Oh, bloody.
Yeah, like hardcore road rash, like nothing.
Yeah, he got drugged behind a van for like half a mile.
Yeah, dude. Like he has gravel embedded in his leg. He probably needs to have somebody go fucking pull those out. He's in bad shape, but he don't have time to be in bad shape. He's got to get revenge.
And the cops are introduced and they're on the case and they're going to figure this out. And guess if they ever figure anything out, these cops in this movie. Right. Because of course you would introduce major characters like a detective on the very case that's the main plot. And of course, they would just kind of be in the movie and then just kind of go away. Because of course, that's how you write stories. Jeez, fuck. So, for whatever reason, Mr. Fuji, he's watching the blonde girl back at the White Ninja Braden's condo. Like, keep an eye on her because I got to go kill a bunch of grandmas. The White Ninja says, don't let her escape because she might tell Sho Kosugi what I'm up to. And he tries to assault her
because he told him if she tries to escape, you know what to do. And he's like, hey. So I guess this is what.
So I think he really misunderstood Braden. Because if you told me, hey, if they try to escape, you know, dude, that means like restrain them, lock the door, tie him to a chair. It does, because I won't show the other photo. We didn't take a photo. He rips her top off and he throws her on the bed and he's working on the rest of her clothes. Yeah, and then Braden comes in and uses a garrote. That wire, the piano wire on the neck, and just kills him, or a chain or a garrote. I don't know. And Braden kills him.
I think it was a garrote. But you wouldn't do that, Gabe, but you're not a huge murderous psychopath like that dude is, which means when he says, you know what to do.
Jericho, I need you to keep an eye on this gal, but if she tries to escape, you know what to do.
Yeah.
That there's in no world did he mean to assault her. Like what? Like, hey, listen, we're bad guys. We're selling heroin. We're not those kind of bad guys.
It said if she tries to leave, assault her. Okay, got it.
Like, yeah, we're selling heroin to the Italians. We're not doing that.
But again, you're trying to get sense out of this.
Okay, now one of the greatest moments in cinema history is about to happen.
Uh-oh.
He murders the guy with the garrote, and he kills Mr. Fuji.
Mm-hmm.
And then his blonde sidekick lady, he needs her to do something for him.
Yep.
But in order to ensure she behaves and follows his directions, he installs cheap LED lights in his mask to make you think that his eyes are glowing.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds his fingers up in front of her face and he hypnotizes her.
So go to sleep, bitch. Well, that's the only way to guarantee that someone will do what you want them to do. You got to hypnotize them.
What? And see, I watched this movie one time only 2 weeks ago. I don't remember what he hypnotized her to do.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not important. And I'm sure it doesn't connect to anything else in this movie.
Right. So the little boy saw his grandmother get murdered, and he saw Braden, Jaden, Aiden take off his mask. Now, you notice how little Sho Kosugi is in this movie? Have you noticed that? He's an afterthought. His family gets killed. He wasn't in that fight. He comes to America, doesn't really do anything. Then he's not in the movie for half an hour. The Braden kills all the Italians, and then Sho Kosugi tries to stop the guys from stealing the dolls, and that's it. So the only thing he's done in this movie is try to stop the guys from stealing the dolls. That's it. This isn't his movie. This is Braden's movie. Braden is the main character. Not even kidding.
But he's the bad guy.
But but there's another bad guy, the Italians. So it's Braden versus the Italians with Sho Kosugi kind of shoehorned in. He's barely in this movie. So the kid watches his grandmother get murdered, and he goes for a walk around the slums.
Which is weird. I'm gonna go ride my scooter through fucking Skid Row.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about this scene, dude. I forgot about this. So the cop, that white cop ninja guy, shows up in Sho Kosugi. Why is he in this church? Don't tell me his mother's in that coffin already, right?
Yeah.
Like an hour later, is that what's going on?
He carried her from the dojo and put her in that fucking coffin.
I couldn't tell you why he's at this church with the arc light coming through the door.
He's visiting his mom's body.
Either way, they go. Oh, jeez. Oh, he hypnotized the girl to kidnap the boy and bring him to her. And he said, "Go and find a little Japanese boy in Los Angeles. There's only 20
first
million
one you
people.
find. Give me the
There's
first one you find.
Not any Asian-looking people in LA.
No, bring me the first one you find. ASAP.
Right.
We'll make it work.
What now? Why do they run into the village people in the park to fight? I don't remember that either.
I don't either, but I don't think those guys would be hanging out.
What is that? A gay cowboy, or is he just fancy?
I don't know. He got a feather in it. Maybe he's a pimp. He's a country pimp.
When I was in 6th grade, my best friend Merlin told me a joke. He said a cowboy came in from working, out there, maybe the gold mines or the cattle ranch or whatever. He's so hot and sweaty. He comes into the bar, the saloon. He says, "I'm so hot I can lick the sweat off a cow's balls." And then a gay cowboy turned around and said, "Moo moo, buckaroo." In 6th grade, that was the joke of the week.
I remember that. Yeah. Moo moo, buckaroo.
Right.
You can lick these balls.
Yeah.
Gross.
So, for whatever reason, for reasons unknown to Jericho and myself, Sho Kosugi. Now, which of the village people is your favorite?
Never fucking know. The actual village people or these fucking idiots?
These guys.
I like to do with the Japanese flag shirt. That's pretty tight.
That is pretty cool. The rising sun. They don't use that. Is that like their war flag? Because they just use the white with the red circle, but it doesn't have.
I don't know. They should use that one. That one's way more cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Just shit together, Japan.
So anyway, Sho Kosugi and the white ninja, or the white guy that's a karate guy, they run into these guys and shit talk them, and they get into a big fight. I like this move. You ever pull this move off in a fight, dude?
No, but I need to.
Is he tickling?
The cheek pull?
Is he tickling or pinching?
I think he's tickling him. He's like, "Ha, stop."
It's just one of the stupidest fights you've ever seen. It's at a playground. I don't think the children and the adults at the playground knew they were filming a movie. Look at these people.
Look at that. Why is that little girl there? And that
But look at them.
That's a weird combination of people.
Also, Sho Kosugi's going to fight him with fans?
Yeah, dude. They can fight with fans. Some of the fans got blades on them, like that bitch from Mortal Kombat.
Dead Punk Gage, who has our Blu-ray commentary, says this was one of those scenes that were added because Golan wanted more fight scenes.
Mm. So just make more.
There's a weird playground fight. They're fighting on the slide, on the nets, on the jungle gym. This pulls out a revolver.
Come on, man. There's fucking 100 people at the park, you dick. There's anything to get this stupid ninja. And I mean anything.
Now, come on, dude. The guy bears down on him with the pistol, misses, and show.
Pew.
Now, you tell me 7, 8-year-old Jericho wanted the Ninja Star belt buckle, correct?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at that shit.
You would have ruled the playground with this thing.
No one ever know.
No.
Like, look, all I got on is my belt. What's the problem? He's right. It's just a buckle. Then you're fucking.
Then you're right into that guy's hand.
Fucking people up. And it's not even long enough to go through his hand and stick in that wood, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's true. He's acting like his hand is pinned to the thing, but clearly it's not big enough.
Hell no. But that's neither here nor there.
Guys, this movie can only be okay. So the little boy saw his grandmother butchered. His father is beating up gay vagrants at the park for no apparent reason. This is what's going on. He's just beating the shit out of people, stars. Now you have to watch this. When you film a movie, I'm not an expert, I'm not a director, but I do know this. They keep track of the clothing and the time of day. Do you have water all over your shirt from someone threw a drink in your face? Because when we film tomorrow, we got to match today. When we film on Thursday, we got to put the same hat, the same pants. We'll put the same water because the lady got mad and threw it. We got to match shots. The boy is wondering, and I tell you, when you watch the movie, this happens in under 5 seconds. He's walking, no LA Dodgers hat. He goes around the corner. He has an LA Dodgers hat.
It was in his pocket.
He goes back into the building, no LA Dodgers hat. And in the movie, as you watch it, that takes about 5 seconds. No hat, no hat. So there you go. That is the attention to detail in this movie.
Dude, coked up, constant nosebleeds. That's what this movie was.
So that just tells you they filmed those at different times or different days, and nobody was in charge of what was he wearing yesterday? I don't know. I think he had like a blue jacket.
You're lucky it was the same kid. You're aiming way too high. You look at got the same fucking. Probably a black kid on the director's cut half the time. Right.
Now
it's that bad. People were not kidding.
I know we have hypnotized a blonde woman to kidnap CAIN. This is the little boy's name, CAIN. I know we saw a grandma killed. I know we saw a family not.
We saw a whole family murdered.
We smuggled heroin in dolls. We had an Indian guy with we had an Italian guy have an Indian chief as a henchman. But you haven't seen the bottom yet because a grown woman proceeds to fight a little boy with a bow staff and karate for a good 3-4 minutes.
Right, dude. He would beat her ass. Like she totally was she'd never done a martial art in her life. She had never fought, never fought, nothing. This was her first time. If that were the case, that little boy would have beat the shit out of her, which would have made this movie a whole lot better.
I can't believe that I watched a movie where a grown 30-year-old woman fights a 6, 7-year-old boy. I had to stop this and call my wife and say, I can't
see it more often.
Tell my wife, I didn't think I could love Jericho anymore. And he
suggested, she was straight trying to beat his little ass.
She tried to kick his little ass.
Dude, you don't see kids get beat up or attempt to be beat up in movies enough. Kudos to her.
Hold on. None the Miser says, can we show the village people get to recognize the obvious Dallas Cowboy fan? Ooh, I like it. And if you're wondering what he means, he's saying the Dallas Cowboy fans are a little bit, a little sweet, a little light in the loafers. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there you go. Yeah. So anyway, a grown woman is trying to beat the crud out of a little kid.
That's the darndest.
Yeah. He does stop her. He's going to take all her teeth out with the bow staff if she makes one more move. But then I think Braden comes in and says, and like grabs a kid. So now the kid and the girl are his prisoners. Okay. And since he killed Mr. Fuji, he got another overweight Asian man to guard these two.
Oops. Yeah, Mr. Fuji had to step out. He has other shit to do.
And he told this Mr. Double Fuji, whoever this Mr. Fuji II, if they try to get away, restrain them. I don't mean assault them. That's what he tells this guy. I don't know what the hell was wrong with the last guy. Started getting frisky with the woman. That's not what I mean. So you had to make that very clear to this guy. Don't do that. Boy. Guys, it's not over, this movie. That's the thing.
Oh boy. There he is, the New York, LA Italian mafia boss. These guys are so out of place in Los Angeles. It's so
hey,
weird.
I'm gonna go down to Huntington Beach and ride my boogie board.
Hey, I'm surfing over here.
Hey, let's go to the Santa Monica Promenade and get California Fusion.
Hey, let's go to the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh, ride the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, let's do that there.
Hey,
just like back home, man.
Hey, boss, can we order in some carne asada burritos, boss?
Hey,
just
boss.
like mama used to make on a Sunday.
Hey, boss, let's get some Mexican food, eh?
Oh, my goodness. This is
fucking stupid.
How? How did you see this movie, bro?
I don't know how it found me, but as a kid, this was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. I loved this movie as a child. As an adult, it's the worst thing ever captured on film.
Now, you would agree, though, if you watch it with buddies, it is fun to watch, right? Just
yes,
to make fun of. What I wanted to do, and they got rid of it a year ago, what I wanted to do for this movie, because I couldn't believe it, was do the Amazon Prime watch along. They used to have a feature where I would create like a time and I would hit play on this movie. And if you click the link that I gave out, you would watch this movie right in sync with me. And what I wanted to do was we would all watch this movie together. It's only an hour and a half. And we would just make fun of the shit the whole time. The audience made it. But Amazon got rid of that a year ago. Oh, this would be
That's the only saving grace, that it's a short movie. That's it.
Oh, hey, order up some of them avocado and meatballs.
I love that stuff, boys. Love avocados.
So I don't know what's happening in this movie. Braden, the heroin ninja, he's going to go kill the Italians for some reason. He's going to go right to their big base that looks like it's an 80s like office building. I don't know. They're, of course, all playing pool in the middle of the day. They go outside with machine guns and submachine guns to defend this place from a white ninja. Fuck's sake. Oh, and then she calls Sho Kosugi to tell him, right? Does she call him and tell him like he's got the kid or he's gonna go kill the Italians? I
feel like she did, because she felt bad and shit.
We're just gonna say that's what she should have done. If she didn't, that's what she should have done. But then he catches her, rips the phone out of her hands. Okay, you want to explain this to me? While he's gonna go kill all the Italians, she is thrown in a white tank top without bra, and you're able to tell later, and her undies into a jacuzzi with her hands and feet chained to the edges of the jacuzzi while Mount Fuji II watches, and the little boy CAIN is knocked out in like the sauna next door, like a prisoner sleeping in there. This is where the Braden White Ninja is keeping the girl and the boy, in a jacuzzi and a sauna. Help me make sense of this. What is he doing? I think Jericho just fell asleep.
No.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh. I was saying they got the girl kidnapped inside of a jacuzzi.
Yeah, that can't be good, having her tied up in that hot ass water for hours. Like, even as an adult, that's not good.
And the little boy's in the sauna and the
dude, that's not good. You can't leave a child in a sauna like that. It gets like 140 degrees in there.
Why doesn't the second Asian hitman, I'll say he's the nephew of the first one he killed, why doesn't he own a shirt?
They told him, his uncle told him, if you're going to play me, dude, if you're going to fill in for me.
He has
dude.
Gray sweatpants and no shirt. Anyway.
What else are you going to wear in the sauna?
I don't know. But since the woman called him and told him, hey, they got your son, he's going to kill the Italians, he has to break his oath to never be a ninja again. He opens a glowing box. Somehow there's backlighting in there.
You got to backlight the shit that you're never supposed to wear again.
How much of your shit do you have in boxes in the closet, Jericho, that has an LED light built in?
Everything. I have one in my hamper. My dirty clothes hamper. It's fucking backlit.
When you pull out those old underwear that have all the holes in them, but the lights glowing.
Yeah. Like a shotgun blast. Yeah, man.
So there's his sword that he taped shut.
Fuck yeah.
I guess he has to break his oath to never be a ninja, and he's got to be a ninja one more time.
One last time. And it's cool. It's okay because he didn't want to. He didn't want to do this.
Oh my gosh.
He was made to do it. And it has his little fucking crane logo on his chest.
Right. That's his ninja clan, his weird crane or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's on the, was it on? It's the logo for his business. It was on the side of his
right
El Camino.
And his grandma had it on that medallion she was wearing.
Before
so anyways,
fucking shanked.
He pulls his sword out. There's a bunch of arc lights behind him. There's like a shrine or some shit. Then he does those ninja hand symbols and like gets in his ninja gear.
Gang signs.
Fucking shit, dude.
Broad daylight, dude. That's where ninjas thrive.
You know that ninjas wear black because they're supposed to operate at night, right? That's why they wear black, dude. Black kind of sticks out in the middle of the day. A little bit.
Not when you're that good. Not when you got your fucking chrome mask on with your LED
and I love
eyeballs.
the fucking pencil-sized eye holes so he can't see shit when he's
He's always bumping into shit, fighting the wrong guy. I can't see shit in this thing. Fucking take it off.
Yeah. Peekaboo. Okay.
No one's gonna notice that.
He zip lines into the 10th story of the Mafia Tower, throws a bunch of shit on the ground, and it stabs a guy in the face with these little spike caltrops. I think they're called. I don't know.
But that would have been cool. That zip lining thing would have been cool at night because you wouldn't have seen it.
Right. But instead, his black suit against the blue sky stuck out like a sore thumb. But he goes into there. This guy comes running at him. He's a mafia defender who looks rather Filipino or Mexican, not Italian.
Both.
And
he's an Indian too. He don't give a shit.
I don't know what he is. He throws the caltrops on the ground. There's those little like triangle spikes, and the guy like trips and falls on him, like face plants on him, right? And then he like leans back and goes, ah. Now, as much as this would hurt, it wouldn't kill. It wouldn't even immobilize you. But he's just like dies from this.
But how did he know where that guy was going to face plant? Like, how did he know where to throw those?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
These people are killed by the most shallow wounds ever.
So fucking the ninja shows up. He puts those hand things with the nails, the spikes coming out.
Yeah, for climbing. Not up concrete.
Just take the stairs.
Or wait till nighttime. If you got to do your ninja climbing shit, wait till nighttime.
I don't know.
Nah.
White ninjas infiltrating everything, killing all the mafiosos. The guy in the police jacket, that's the karate white guy friend of Sho Kosugi, the main character.
Yeah.
He comes in because they're all coming here to arrest the white ninja, basically. I don't even know why they're here.
Once they figure out who he is, they get a confession, they can get him.
Oh, and then a mafioso gets the drop on Sho Kosugi for a second. Sho spins around. I do like how Sho wears eyeliner in his ninja gear.
Mm-hmm.
And he spits a mouthful of spikes in the guy's face.
Dude, number one, I mean, I guess you could train yourself to hold sharp objects in your mouth, but the PSI necessary to lodge them in a guy's face.
That part that goes, it's going to slap. Like, what are we doing?
Whatever they fucking want.
So this is the second guy to die from caltrops in the face.
Yeah,
I think the director was on so much cocaine. He's like, oh, this was a great effect. Can we do that again? Yeah, do it again 3 minutes later in the movie.
Dude, from quarter-inch deep
wounds,
these guys are out of here.
He bled to death over the course of 84 days.
It took him almost a year, but he's gone.
Right. Then the little boy puts his restraints over the hot coals in the sauna because the sauna somehow hasn't given him a stroke and killed him yet.
Yeah, no heat stroke for him. But how hot do those have to be for them to be glowing orange?
Well, they're hot enough to burn rope, but not burn his skin.
And he's holding his hands an inch from red hot coals. And apparently his skin is impervious, but those damn ropes can't hang.
Anyways, He gets free. She's almost drowning. The little boy gets a hold of like aluminum nunchucks. He beats up the guy, and then he like knocks the guy into the water or something. I don't know. They defeat the fat shirtless guy, and him and the woman run away. Now, this is terrible. This is terrible. Because when they run away, she's wearing a white like tank top and just underwear, and she's soaking wet.
And titties. Yeah.
You can see through it. And unfortunately for his well-being, this little actor can see through it. And she's wearing a robe here. A second before, she wasn't. She's calling like the cops or whoever, and full headlights. And she's like, then puts it on. I'm like, why would you why would you let your son be in something like this?
She's like, here, look at these little boys, and I'm gonna cover them up. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was like, what the hell am I watching?
Dude, this is a fever dream.
This poor kid will never forget that. He's like, I don't know.
Dude, on drugs. He's been beat up by her. He's seen her tits. All like 2 days.
The chrome ninja comes out of the ceiling, stabs mafiosos in the head with like pins. It gets aces a dude with an axe to the forehead.
Well, naturally.
And then like the mafioso boss, his sisters are there, or his mom. I don't know. He fucking shit. Everyone
old ass broad. I don't know.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
All the mafias are dead. It's just the cop left. He kills the cop, and then he shoots at him, but he gets away. Fucking shit. And then he like says something. What does he say to Shokashugi as he slowly dies and fades into the
something
abyss?
Stupid. But that would have been a sick little sidekick or something for him to have.
Right.
Maybe show him whooping some ass too, because this guy's really good. Maybe have him beat up some of the henchmen or some shit, or beat him up and arrest him or whatever. But instead, he just comes in the building, runs in after all the fighting's done, and gets shanked in his stomach.
Right. But then he tries to have some like, avenge me. Or he has some like sort of sentimental whatever line. It just falls flat, and then he just fucking dies.
So this movie fucking sucks. And he was out.
He's like, but why would they put the heroin in dolls?
I get it. I know, man. I know.
They could have just brought it in crates.
Don't die on me, man. I know it's bullshit. He just came in to get stabbed. That's all.
All right. So everyone's dead except for the two ninjas.
Mm-hmm. As it should be.
Now that we're both rooting for both ninjas to die.
Yeah, somehow simultaneously stab each other and both die.
Okay, the director was Sam Furstenberg, who also did a couple of American Ninja films, Cyborg Cop, Ninja 3, and Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo, if that helps.
Oh, that's his fault. He's a terrible human being.
I feel like anyone could have got a job at CAIN Films. No talent required.
I think that's what happened.
The two ninjas are going to face off on the top of a Los Angeles skyscraper in the day, because it's cheaper. You don't have to set up lights, so they're going to
Prime Ninja time.
Prime Ninja. They jump off the roof. There's a volleyball court up there.
It's fucking everything, dude.
They're gonna fight, and then they have to sit and they like bow to each other. Then they do the 81st symbol of the ninja by hand. He's doing other mumbo jumbo tricks with his mascara.
He's doing his Macho Man Randy Savage impression.
Oh yeah,
that's what he used to do. His fingers all the time.
I'm gonna blow little metal spikes in your face.
Greatest R.I.P. R.I.P.
So a lot of fighting, a lot of stupid shit, throwing crap at each other, little smoke bombs. They cut the fucking volleyball net. It's just the dumbest shit of all time. There's some real gems from this final fight, though. The bad guy jumps away and you can't see him. Shokashugi comes around the corner and he's an inch away from the bad guy and he chops him in half. But it's not him.
Long ways.
It's like a wooden plastic mannequin. So you're telling me this ninja set this up like the day before, or he had it with him and set it up on the fly?
He came there yesterday. He was rehearsing.
There's zero explanation for why this thing is here.
He set it up last night when he was rehearsing. I'll run over here. I'll go around the corner. He'll go, and I'll go over here. Yeah, dude, he set it up. What would be even funnier if they both rehearsed it?
Okay, so then the ninja gets away again, and the good ninja, or the better ninja, chases him onto a rooftop jacuzzi. Out of the water comes the bad ninja's hand and grabs his ankle. He turns, he cuts the arm off. But no,
like any good ninja would do. You fucking touch me, the arm's coming off.
the arm has robotics and wires.
Yep,
So the
find that
evil
too.
ninja hid a wooden mannequin and had a robot ninja under the water
And an electric thing in the water. Okay.
that would
makes sense.
grab his foot.
Just his foot. Don't build anything that's going to hurt him or kill him. Just grab
And
his
they, and
foot.
they will never explain to you what this is supposed to be.
Because they don't know.
Why would the robot be in the water? I know you can make
It's
electronics.
it's powered by electricity. You're not supposed to put it in the water.
Right.
I doubt it was airtight.
Why wouldn't the electric robot ninja be out here and fight him on the gravel, and the wooden robot would be in the jacuzzi? I don't fucking care.
Who's going to be in the water with the wooden jacuzzi to grab his? Who's going to use the arm to grab his foot? It had to be something that could grab it by its own, on its own.
It's more fighting. He does the old blade stop with the two palms, which would never work.
His
still wearing his silver mask for no apparent reason.
Cool.
You should have punched him in the balls right there. There was a shot. We didn't get it. There was a shot where the bad ninja slashed the good ninja's pants right over the knee. So he had two slashes in his pants. And in the next shot, the bad ninja's pants are slashed over the knee and he has blood.
They switched pants.
They put the wrong pants and the blood on the wrong actor.
Anyway,
pants. He fucking kills him. I think he throws him off the building. I don't even remember.
Looks like it.
It looks like it. The boy and the girl pass all the police barricade and signs. The ninja comes down. What the fuck is going on? They still fight. I think. Oh! He shines the light off of his sword into the evil ninja's eye.
Yeah, blind.
And then and that makes him like go. You know when a light gets your eye, Jericho, your body starts spasming.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
recoil. You recoil in a corner and you fucking freak
Right, and
out.
that's when we get the. Let's see the slashes on the leg. Look at Shokashugi has him there, but like in the. Oh my god. Anyway, he didn't throw him off the roof. I was wrong about that. He almost did, and the guy climbed back up. But there was another shot where the wrong guy has the slashes on his legs. It's amazing. It's amazing.
But this scene was so cool, seeing them in their ninja suits. Like this part was cool,
Right.
super cool as a kid, because I wanted nothing more than a ninja suit.
Right. You wanted to fight a robot in a jacuzzi on the rooftop. You did.
Yep, like every kid did.
That's two jacuzzis in this movie, by the way. One used to trap the girl and one used for the robot arm. Was there a whole ninja robot under the water, or was it just a ninja arm?
I'm hoping it was just an arm, because if not, the rest of it was wasted.
Yeah. So
floating in the fucking water.
He tries to kill Sho with his little dagger. Sho gets the move, locks his arm up, pulverizes him in the stomach, blood shooting everywhere.
Yeah.
He dies an inglorious death, like a dog, like he deserved. And he has his grandma's medallion. Somehow his son ran up 30 flights of stairs to meet him on the roof at the exact moment of the villain's death.
Next to the dead body.
The woman is like, hey, I'm not faithful to anyone, so I'll just leave the bad ninja. Now I'm your girl.
I'll suck it. He's like,
and then, guys, mercifully, this movie ends. I love this movie. I didn't do this movie justice.
You can't, words can't, you have to experience it. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah.
Madam Web is nothing compared to this movie.
Madam Web is fucking, and the Oscar goes too, compared to this movie.
No,
Madam Web is
this is the movie. This is the movie we have been looking for years. And you knew about it the whole time. Why didn't you tell me about this movie?
Because I just didn't realize how bad it was. I it's been a long time since I've seen it. I knew it was bad, but I had no idea the depths that this movie went to. It's something special. It's something special. It's one of those dogs that's so ugly, like somebody,
right.
It was rescued from a house fire, and it's like, it lost its back leg, so it has like the doggy wheelchair, and its tongue's hanging out because it can't close its mouth. It's so ugly that it's cute.
That's right.
This movie is so bad that somehow it's gone completely around the globe and caught up to itself, and now it's good. I don't know, man, but this one's tough to watch by yourself.
Right.
You definitely have to watch it with somebody else so you can bounce your disbelief off of each other.
Oh yeah.
Damn, Chunky got fucked up.
Chunky got chunked right in the face.
Chunky got curb stomped. All the chunky peanut butter came out.
Sucker Not Sure sums up the evening. This movie is worse than a Subway sandwich.
For sure.
This movie is worse than Subway Sandwich Pitchman and Convicted Criminal Gerald.
Yeah, this movie. Speaking of Subway, this movie is worse than a sandwich that you put it in the seat next to you on the bus and your friend accidentally sat on it. You're like, dude, and then you take it out and it's a fucking tortilla of a sandwich.
Right.
That's what this. Is it a movie?
This movie's worse than a sub sandwich from Subway, which is bad just to begin with. But you get it, you drive home, you open it, and they skipped like 3 of your ingredients. There's like no mayo and there's no whatever cheese you wanted. Like they fucked up a bad sandwich. So now it's an even worse sandwich.
Yeah. This is a Subway tuna sandwich with extra mayo that you left on your dashboard all day at work, but you still ate it because you were that hungry. And then the violent diarrhea that followed after.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is. This movie is how your asshole feels after violent diarrhea. This movie, you have to see it. I think
this is the peak of bad 80s cinema. I don't think it can get worse. Completely unprofessional, completely incoherent story, horrible editing, but just everything in the movie's nonsense. None of the Miser says, I think they let one of their drug dealers edit the final cut. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
It's so fucking dumb. When the guy kicks him and he falls and he goes, hey. And it just holds on his face like that. The dubbing that when him and Braden go, when Braden comes to the art gallery. Yeah. He comes to the art gallery for the first time, and Sho Kosugi is speaking, but his mouth is not moving for like 5 seconds, but his voice is still going. And he's like,
what is it that you're trying to tell me, Jericho?
Dude, if you're going to do the ADR, then have it when his back's turned. When you can't see that he's clearly not speaking.
I just don't understand the stuff in this movie it's not understandable. Like, why would you do it though? Like, why is the woman chained? All her limbs are chained to the, like, not corners, but the edges of a jacuzzi.
And the water was filling up too.
Like, like there's a way to like capture people, right? Or like what? And then you got the wooden mannequin of the fake ninja that you set up the night before, maybe?
Rehearsal, practice makes perfect, Gabe.
But how did you know you were gonna fight Cho on the roof that day? And in that air, it's totally insane.
You can feel it.
It's like they would do a bump of cocaine, and then they would just like, and then this happened, dude. And then the grandma just spins around and she's into the wall with the blade.
Let's go. This movie's gonna be amazing.
Dude, I got this deal on this Lazy Susan down at the swap meet.
This movie's gonna be amazing.
What was the name of the picture? Well, if you remember the bed sheet on the art gallery, it was Cho's Oriental Art or whatever.
Yeah, his name's Cho in real life, but his character's name is Cho.
Yeah,
didn't want to confuse him.
They changed the letter. It was Cho instead of Cho.
Didn't want to confuse him, but it certainly confused us. The van chase scene was fucking crazy. Why would he act like that over some artifacts? It's not like it was he didn't act like that when he came and found his family murdered. He wasn't freaking out like that. And you can see when he's chasing the van, like they sped up the footage. And when he's like running over the cars and shit.
You're so right. And number 2 on that, if he didn't he didn't pay for the dolls, the white guy did.
Yeah, he's just an expert to talk about.
And then if they had that shop, they had insurance. What are you doing?
He was just the guy to talk about it, the expert. That's all. Yeah. It's not like he made them. They're from his family, or he didn't even bring them over here. He hopped on a plane. They were probably sitting there in boxes of fucking packing peanuts when he showed up. He has no connection to these things. So why would you freak out and my doll, yeah, my doll? And dude, he jumps over 2 fences to cut the van off. He runs and they speed up the footage. It's so fucking ridiculous. They speed up the footage, like you almost hear when he did that shit, and then he jumps on the van.
Wacky sax from Benny.
And the guys are looking up. They're like, "Oh, hey, he's on the roof!" And the guy, the Indian who's driving, who he told scalp him, he's with one arm. With one arm, he's like, "Hey, get off the roof of the van!" They're like slap fighting with their hands. It's the dumbest shit ever.
I did think it was weird when he did a land acknowledgement before he fought the Indian guy.
He's like, hold on, dude.
We are standing on the stolen landing.
Yeah, the wigwamish fucking whatever people who couldn't, who took the blankets. Yeah, it was horrifying. This movie is so
I love it. I will watch this again. I'll get some of my guy friends. We're gonna watch this piece.
Yeah, not alone. Do not watch this movie alone. This movie's like drinking. Don't do it alone.
No.
Do it with friends, so you can just be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what?"
This is the canon movie of all canon movies, and canon movies are humdingers, man. This is insane. Let's see. What was I going to say? Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Halloween is coming up. It's going to be October tomorrow, I believe. Yeah. So I want to do Halloween movies like we always do, maybe some spooky movies. I've never seen the original Alien. I've seen Aliens. I've seen Alien 3. I think I've seen Alien 4, Alien Predator, but I never saw the original one, and it's supposed to be scary. So have you seen it? Do you like it? You want to start off with that one to start October?
I'm down.
Okay. Have you seen that one, the original one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Isn't it called Aliens?
Alien.
Alien.
Singular. Alien.
Okay.
It's got Yaphet Kotto in it. Come on. We love
you had me at Yaphet Kotto.
Love it. He was in one of my favorite. He was the chief on Homicide: Life on the Street with Andre Braugher. And
so does his hairpiece like have its own agent, or it's a package deal? Because
you remember when he was in James
legendary.
Bond, he was in double blackface in James Bond. Yaphet Kotto. He was a black guy, and he ripped off his black face, and then he was a real black guy underneath.
Yeah, double blackface squared. It's rare, but it's out there.
It's like, was that racist? I guess not, because he was already black. So there you go.
R.I.P. By the way.
Yeah, loved Yaphet Kotto, and everything I saw him in, I thought he was awesome. So yeah,
he's one of those. He's one of those character actors again from the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, if I could recommend a show, I don't watch much TV at all. I'll watch 1 or 2 series a year, like on Amazon. There was the Terminal List sequel, Dark Wolf. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was about Navy SEAL guy that ends up doing some special secret ops for the CIA, and it's got a lot of intrigue and all kinds of twists and turns. I liked it. Didn't really seem like woke shit. You know, it seemed pretty straightforward, macho military action thriller. There was a badass chick or two, and I guess that's the most woke thing you could say about it. But it wasn't move, boys. Let a woman show you how it's done. They didn't do that kind of shit. So, but yeah, the Dark Wolf on Amazon, I did like it. Very violent, a lot of cussing. If you don't like that thing, but I thought it was cool. So, anyway, anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
I have new merch. I'm opening up a new store, so I'm gonna have some new threads, some new digs, and I'm starting to do more shorts on YouTube, doing way more reels on Instagram, so more of the in quick punch out kind of thing. So make sure you check that shit out. And if you have either one of those social media platforms, which I'm sure you do, follow. On Instagram, it's at JGTalk2.
All right. And I'm Gabe LT, Big Man Comics on Twitter. You can follow me on every social media, Gabe LT or Big Man Comics. EMPYREAN Earth Illuminated is currently shipping. Took a big batch over to the post office today, and we're going to keep shipping and shipping and shipping. Probably done in a week or two. So that means if you order it now, you'll get it within a week or two, because you'll be jumping in with the other orders we're sending right now. So if you didn't want to wait, 2-3 months to get it, well, you don't have to now. It's in stock. We have extra copies, and we are packing and shipping and packing. So order EMPYREAN Earth Illuminated today. One of the best things I've ever written. It's a fresh take on the sci-fi you love. You will love this. Gorgeous. 120 pages, like a 2-hour movie. Jericho, you've already read this.
I sure did. With my boy, with Junior, and we both loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't wait for the...
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, we can't wait for the other projects to come out too, but EMPYREAN is awesome. Cover to cover, as they say.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's a high recommendation from you. Guys, Dean Cain All-American Lawman #2. It's underway. It's being drawn. The pages are gorgeous. The Unstoppable Tyrus. I finished the letter, the word balloons. For those of you that don't know the lettering, I finished up to page 90 today. 80, 90? I don't remember. I'll be done. It's a 125-page book. I'm just doing 10 pages a day. I'm taking it easy. I don't want to rush myself. So I'll be done with Tyrus by this weekend. And then the colors will be done before Thanksgiving. And that book will be coming out probably in January. I'm going to give myself a lot of time to create the campaign and all the stuff I want to do for it. But the Tyrus sequel, I already talked to Tyrus about it last week. We're ready for the sequel. I'm going to start drawing that probably within a month. I got to finish lettering the first one and designing the whole book for the printer. Then I got to write the sequel. I already know where it's going pretty much. And then I'll start drawing that one. So we're going to move on that right away. So we'll be able to get you the next one faster. We'll be getting them out a lot faster is what I want to do. I want to do books at a much more frequent rate. So I think I'm going to do shorter books more often. Anyways, go order it now. If you haven't ordered it, it's in stock. You'll get it fast. And we will talk to you next week. We're going to do Alien to celebrate the spooky month. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.